and smoking. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, stoners from everywhere, coasters enthusiasts alike, welcome back to the rollers where, personally, I don't like getting my taint pounded, but to each their own.
Out of context, that's so fucking funny.
That's out of context. It's like, dude,
like the fucking conversation we had before we started recording.
Yep.
And, like, you just.
No, we're gonna jump right into that because obviously it's gonna be part of the trip report. We have quite a few, but apparently you like Pipeline now.
Yes, I did have a great Pipeline ride the other day.
So you didn't ride it. You rode it once.
But I think it's better than the shit talking that I used to do about it now.
Okay, you know where I have it though? I have it at 75.
I mean, that's fairish, I'd say.
Would you have it higher than that?
I don't know. It's like probably somewhere in the 50s.
Well, I'd say that's decent, honestly.
I mean, I guess it depends. I'd have to like really rank like that many credits to like find out, but probably somewhere around there.
I actually recently changed Magnum. You might be heard about that.
Really? You changed your Magnum ranking?
Yeah, it's not in the top 15 anymore, and it's not in the top 20 anymore.
Really?
It's not even in the top 25 anymore. In fact,
why?
I think I did some long thing because really the only thing I changed from my top 25 was one ride, and that was Magnum XL. I was really thinking, I was like, I like everything about Steel Force more. That might be a hot take. And
no, I've still got Magnum at 18, bro.
And to me, Aerie Force 1 is just like better Magnum. Like cause the whole layout of Aerie is amazing. And it has the triangle.
Compare the Magnum.
Because hear me out.
Air Force 1 and Magnum comparable. Please don't.
Hear me out. The main reason I ride Magnum, besides the nostalgia and just literally like, I do generally love everything about it. The Triangle Hills are obviously the main reason we ride. Like, let's not like act as if that's not the best, easily most amazing part of the ride for the people that do enjoy it. And
yeah,
Aerie Force 1 has a whole layout. This is why this is a shitpost as fuck. But it has the modern Triangle Hills. They hit even harder.
I mean, but like, think about like the restraints though, and like what you have on Magnum compared to Aerie Force, for example.
I'm gonna take a high as hell on this cast. So let you know. Also, happy Christmas Eve, everyone. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hopefully, don't trigger anybody for being too woke.
That's why you threw in the Happy Holidays.
Yeah, I threw in everything, but even though I did say the original, it might piss people off.
It's almost a Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think. Are we gonna record a cast then? If not, Happy New Year. But we might have a cast. Then, who knows?
What do we do? The next like Stonies for New Year's? Or?
I was to say we can do all the guest stuff at the Stony. Yeah, we'll be seeing what's up. But regardless, in case,
got stuff in the works.
What are you saying?
Got stuff in the works for sure.
Yeah, in case we're stoners though, Happy New Year's. In case we just don't meet the deadline, but who knows what will happen. Obviously, we have like I like to call it, the High Rollers Network at this point of just homies that will always be down to clown on the cast. So, yeah. Speaking of which, because we took basically almost 3 weeks off, we have so much fucking news. This is gonna be like a when you come in prime time after your 9 to 5 and you turn on your local news, your local Thoosie network, because this is definitely gonna be the TCN the Coaster Network, the TTCN, the Thoosie
Wait,
Coaster Network.
you gotta throw something about being stoned in there.
God. Well, we went over the ass popping last week, so it's or last. God. I really have to imagine, like, I can't believe I'm going back to this, but I have to imagine that happens so much more often at, like, Disney and Universal parks than you think.
What?
An ass pop situation.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, like, imagine all the kids and, like, old, like, the elderly people. Like, I'm not even saying anything about the elderly. I literally learned so much from them. I love the elderly. But, shit happens. Double entendre there, you know? Like, and for others, you know, they get older. It's not as easy to control. So. But, yeah, I do think in general, overall, there might be a lot more, I just gotta know, really, any operator, any staff, any even custodian. If you could let us know how often these park rides are cleaned. I would love to know.
Funny you say that. I remember seeing a post very recently, and, you know, Mission Space at Epcot, right?
Yes. Well, that has to get a lot of throw up. Like,
yeah. So I was hearing, I saw someone said that if you work like a custodial shift there at base, you get like at least like a few, like every single shift.
Like ass pops or just throw? Oh man.
Well, more so like code, like throw up. Yeah.
Okay. I'm telling you, that is. I mean, getting thrown up on is a day ruiner. But God, honestly, it reminds us of a question because we have a few questions for today. I put up late last minute for the late night lurkers, which or even the early morning risers, which we might even get some more by the time we get to it because we have so much bullshit. So speaking of, just to go down the headlines here, we had trip reports. I was in Florida for a little bit for the birthday. We celebrated our birthdays basically. Also, happy belated birthday to RC for y'all. His was the 20th, so it was 4 days, but we're Christmas babies, so you know it kind of gets intertwined. But yeah, we have a trip report from there. Colin came down, the homie. And I think Mama RC, is that right? She came down.
Huh?
What? Didn't the family?
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know it. Sorry. Yeah. All the holiday celebrations, getting that all away. I don't think I haven't worked much in like 3 weeks. I've just been enjoying Florida, seeing all the friends. So.
Bro, and if anything, you've looked at your coworkers' work more than you. Bro, I can't wait to talk about that because that shit was funny as. Oh man. But yeah, happy holidays, everybody. Hopefully, you are listening to this in a cozy environment or a cozy trip to wherever you're going, or just all the holiday stress is over. Because I know some of this for some of y'all, this can be lots. The world is already fast paced, and it just almost goes double time around Christmas. So for y'all, hope y'all are doing well.
On Maine during the holiday season.
Mm-hmm. Stay good. Stay safe out there. Stay close. You know, if we keep people care out there, man. And let's get into this news because look, I'm telling you, Busch Gardens. Y'all probably heard about it, but that is our home park, so we will actively be dissecting the bullshit here. It's literally dissecting a just shit. Just why would you do this? Busch Gardens is adding something ridiculous that they shouldn't be adding. Epic Universe. I feel like they're just hauling ass, or we're just at like a moment where there's so much progress. Like you're hitting a moment where it's really becoming we're seeing a lot of the facades and shit. It's exciting. Knott's is on the news here. They got some stuff going on. A lot of Universal talk, honestly, in general. Six Flags Qiddiya has a progress video officially. Top Thrill 2 also has testing. A really weird situation. God, this is like this really is a while ago. With Disney, I don't know if you saw this one with a line cutting situation.
No.
Yeah. SNS bringing back a model. People making a big deal over something happening to my baby in Tampa, which I don't know if that affected you guys at all. Did it? It did, right?
But we
The
didn't
Quasi Valley.
Yeah. That was a little frustrating.
Well, we'll get to that then. Nickelodeon Hotel. I'm confused about this, but we're gonna get to that. Europa, Voltron, Cedar Fair, HHN. There's so much. Like, there's like literally, we just had to jump into this at some point. So let's go from the top. Literally, we're about 2 weeks late. So, what do you think of these hours at Six Flags Over Georgia? In my opinion, they're pretty trash. I think I do get it a bit because I think school starts around literally a week or so after this time. Where
It's like all the weekdays are blocked. Is that what you mean?
yeah, like literally, as soon as July ends, I think they're closed. No, yeah, they're blocked out for Gold Pass.
Okay.
Daily operations end before the end of July. You know, like, that's early. Like, July is the middle of summer. You know, like, that's your prime season to be getting people in your park. And
Dude, I just want to side note real quick. I just spent so much effort and so much time trying to get the fucking key chamber of my grinder open, bro. I was like stressing, dude. It was like so like not coming done. But yeah, no, that's I don't think they should be. They need to be operating their park more. For real.
that bowl was a struggle. Jesus Christ. Jesus. By the way, I am smoking a mix of Bubba OG and wedding cake. So
Sounds good.
From there, hey, thank you, Perry. Shout outs to Perry and Buzz Bars. Liking my 25 Days of Coasters post. Also, shout outs to everyone respecting my number 23.
What's your number 20?
Thunderbolt at Kennywood.
Ah. Showing love.
I still love that ride to death.
I do love that. I will say our last rides were a lot weaker though than the other. Yeah.
That day was just weaker. Like, I swear, if we let everything warm up, went back to like,
cause then they closed the.
Like, you literally, your last ride was like what, row 3 or something, or like row 2, like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And with the randoms, you really couldn't throw yourself either.
Yeah, no, literally, it just doesn't hit the same.
Like, compared to the video, like if I send you the video right now of you and Colin, compared to the last one, like it's, yeah. I felt bad actually.
It'd be like that.
But no, that's how I feel in Pipeline. I feel like I can't throw myself because I be hurting, and the vests. Well, because my color, I don't know, specifically my collarbones.
I was saying this, the vests are not comfortable.
Like, I literally, by the second half, I have to, like, be holding it up. Just pushing the vest restraints up. And at that point, it feels like I'm doing shitty wedging on, like, I'm like, you know, this is stupid. Like, this coaster is too much. I should not have to be finagling the coaster like this. Mid.
I'm gonna, like, finagle it, like, at least be, like, a good ride, right? Like, if I'm gonna, like, do the wedge.
Yeah, but wedge is like, it makes sense because you literally can wedge. It's wedging your arm, and it's not like I'm putting any more. Like it's wedged now. You know, I'm not putting any more force or anything. I'm still like chilling. You know, I mean, I can be relaxed while wedging.
Yeah.
This sounds so weird out of context. Imagine like, what the fuck is wedging?
It's a secret.
But no, like seriously, like when I'm holding the restraints up, especially on like the wing coasters, they're so bad for me. Like, because I think they're more forceful, even though some people will say they're forceless. But I'm gonna be real, they're one of the more forceful models. I'm gonna be real. They're just sustained forces, and not like and graceful. And even Mild Eagle, it's kind of pulling. People called it mild, but it's kind of pulling. It's still mid though, so don't get it twisted. What were you talking about here? Pipeline. Yeah, I mean, that's all I can say is sigh. But yeah, these hours because the reason why I brought it up in the general is because Kings Island's hours are also weird too. Like they're ending theirs right after July and going straight to like early hours, like they're about to end the season.
Surprising.
And it's like Kings Island's doing that, you know, like. I just hope it's not a trend that of like parks. You know, our main prime season's over because I do love when I go in August to King's Dominion and it's the hottest rides with like no one there. Because it's like at that point a lot of people have gone in early June or June in general, and then probably 4th of July or around then. So August is like free reign, you know, for a lot of the Thoosies. You can go to these medium-sized parks like Kings Dominion and just get re-rides like all day for free. It's like you get ERT for 12 hours. So yeah, I just hope that they can somehow reverse that decision, because maybe somehow bring pass holders into this. That could be a reason too. Maybe Six Flags Over Georgia isn't pulling in pass holders to where they're getting the attendance for it to work. I don't know.
I mean, geeking with the fucking Josh Pass Slide fucking soundbite reference. The fucking little things, man.
But hopefully this isn't the start of a new trend. Epic Universe! Epic! I feel like I gotta say that whenever I see Epic Universe now, because it's becoming real. Shit's becoming real.
Yeah. They like I know someone that works on the testing the rides at Epic. So
what?
Yeah, it's very cool. Yes.
Tell them to test Starfall Racers, bro.
I don't think they're really allowed to discuss specifics, but I know it's like very cool stuff. So
I know they were testing.
the rides are like testing, like it's like crazy. I think that's like insane.
I feel like they're gonna test DK soon, DK coaster, because they have trains for that. I don't think we've seen trains for Starfall Racers at all besides renderings, and I doubt those are accurate.
I want to say like I don't know. This could be like totally wrong, but I feel like I saw like a post at some point that someone said there was like the transfer track or something like like not like visible, but like they were like there. I don't know if that's true or not though. Maybe I'm thinking of a different Epic Universe coaster and like a different picture I saw, but
yeah, we're gonna call that a Dippin' Dots rumor right now. That tier, like Dippin' Dots guy.
I just swear I saw the timeline or something somewhere. I don't know. I could be totally wrong.
But no, if they're already there, like if they're already this prepared, I mean, let me check the Epic Universe progress.
God,
because there's a Epic
someone
Universe...
just got me like, dude. Someone just so from Shanghai Disneyland, and this was posted like this was today, like because of the time difference. A kid got out of the Zootopia ride, and was ran over by the ride vehicle.
Yeah, yeah, that's actually the very end of. I found that. Yeah, today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't realize you.
But we can go to that because that was insane. the for me in there's a video apparently of it happening. I didn't see anyone, thankfully, but the people on the ride vehicle seemed like they were very surprised and shocked for what they experienced. Then the ride went on, and at this point, excuse me, the ride did not go on. They turned the service lights on. Excuse me, but it was like a minute-long video.
Let me take a breath.
And you got all that Keith too, because apparently they were dragged for like quite a while too, because and the reason is they jumped out so they could get their hairband that fell off the ride. Oh, I think I saw them to the left. Oh, I see them now.
Oh.
Oh, so in this video, I don't think it shows anything, thankfully, but they're definitely running around. They're definitely a little child running around looking for their hairband, and now they look mad confused. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Hopefully,
and they struck ride vehicle, because like I guess to me that would like you would think that they would have e-stopped. Like, that means that they weren't really watching. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm grabbing from that. But I guess, like, because hypothetically, they should see the child get out of the ride vehicle and immediately e-stop the entire attraction. But it does not seem like that happened. And I know what I do about them e-stopping. That's to say.
No, unless they were, like, a specific indicator, because this ride doesn't have any sort of, I think it has, I don't know if it even has a seatbelt.
Even on like Remy's, it's gonna be a similar thing like that, I believe. But like I feel like it has those like seatbelts where they're like left to right, pull on the yellow strap. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like I'm like, that's odd. Very odd.
I mean, it went on for like not too long. I mean, there's a whole lot of moving parts. New ride too. Maybe they're learning that. But right. I do think it's odd because it is Disney. So Epic Universe is 75% complete, according to December 20th.
Well, aren't they opening before the park, too? I believe aren't the hotels opening like before the park? Like they'll be done well before.
I think. Hold up. Is that what one of these hotels is? Let me look into this.
About like you can get like you can. I feel like those are gonna like they're like really close to being done.
So, speaking of which, when the Nickelodeon Hotel returns to Orlando, it will bring a modern design of pops and greens and oranges. And this looks fine, I guess, because it's Nick. I can vibe with it. It's better than the main hotel that they're putting in my opinion. That's a little too flashy, but the master developer of 224-acre mixed-use resort has filed its proposed site plan and architectural elevations to the Osceola County to review for compliance with the county's W192 design standards. The plan calls for 11-story hotel complex overlooking a man. I don't think this has to do with Universal, though. Yeah, this is just they're just trying to make a Nickelodeon hotel, which was a thing. I remember that growing up, seeing that as an actual thing to go and spend a vacation for, which is going to a Nickelodeon resort. So, if that case, if they're trying to bring that back and modernize it, interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
Speaking of interesting, and I wonder if this is true, because now I think I know exactly what I'm doing, and the main reason why I'm keeping my Disney app on my phone is to get their damn food on the resorts. But I want to see, especially now, apparently Europa Park has a Michelin star restaurant.
Michelin? Let me see.
Yeah, so this is from Gator Andrew on Twitter. And
Yeah, I'm
he was saying, was looking at Europa Park trip for next summer and noticed they're advertised that Emolite at Bull Rock received 2 Michelin stars, which I don't think any other theme park restaurant, even like Disney, has.
they need to give Ohana some Michelin stars.
You know what's funny? I was seeing a thread, like someone in a quote tweet, like threads of essentially like someone starting like, what Disney restaurants do you like not like vibe with anymore? And there was one that was really getting traction, and that was Ohana. And I'm like,
Because I went back there with Colin and my mom on my birthday, and it was again just because it was so good. I was like, I want you guys to do, like, it was. I'm so serious. Like,
yeah, I can't
that
wait to
restaurant.
talk about that. Oh my god. But I think for me, it might be like a BG Dub effect. How like people love Busch Gardens Williamsburg and just love it, cream over it, and then I'm like, I saw this park when it was actually good type of ordeal. That might be that with Ohana. You know, maybe it was even better before, and
Yeah.
you didn't even get to experience that. Now that chicken though, I'm sorry, is we can't get into that yet, but
Yeah.
it has ruined a lot of. It's been almost 2 weeks and it's like it's ruined. It's ruined a lot of meals. That's all I gotta say. It was so damn good. So Fiesta Texas seems like Jeffrey Siebert is always pushing the bar. But also Six Flags always does weird, innovative stuff. I will say they'll try it more than the Cedar Fair and Seas parks when it comes to new things or new ways of infrastructure. But Six Flags Fiesta Texas has announced via Screamscape on Facebook that park is now in the process of testing new food ordering kiosks that will also be able to accept orders for all your season dining plans if you have them. The park is also testing out new time sensors that will more accurately post attraction wait times throughout the park. So that's cool too, because I mean I would love to have that because then it would also work for queue times. Because yeah, that's great.
Well, it's like, yeah, it's because it's like, oh man, Seabird is just great. Honestly, I mean, what can you say?
Yeah, I would love to have this man on. Hell, I would love to buy him a beer.
Yeah, dude, he's given cliff tours to like multiple of my friends in the last like week. Like, if you remember Adam Torres?
Mm-hmm.
He was riding around with a golf cart up on the cliffs with Siebert last week. Siebert's such a cool.
Maybe Jeffrey Siebert. Maybe you can help out Black Coastal Society when they come up for the Texas two-step. Get a cliff.
When is the two-step?
April 5th through the 7th.
Is that an event that you guys are planning, or?
Yeah, anyone can come. Anyone can come. This is only really, like we said.
Familiar.
What'd you say?
I just wasn't familiar that they were planning an event, but yeah, they should absolutely reach out to Siebert. I feel like he's such an awesome guy.
Yeah, I'm
and
like
definitely like.
Out of all the parks that we're going to, I feel like Jeffrey, I'm not even expecting anything either. I'm just saying, out of all of them, our best chance to get any response or any sort of cool walk back or anything would be him. So
I was actually gonna say I should go to rodeo here, but that's in June, I believe.
Yeah, that's. So. I was actually I was invited from a few, but it might be conflicts because
it's like $100 some, and one of the days is free unlimited alcohol. That's kind of lit.
That is insane. But also, have you looked at Texas flights? Because holy shit, that's all I have to say. Like, this is literally going to actually be. It's gonna hurt a little bit in my pocket just to go to Texas, and I'm like, what the? It's always a little expensive to go, but like,
yeah,
bro, The cheapest
We'll
I'm
talk.
looking at.
You know, oh
I'm just saying real quick. The cheapest I'm looking at is like 600. I'm like, what? What's happening? And it just gets worse, like fast. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. If someone could explain to me why going to Texas right now is impossible, I would love to know. But speaking of which, keeping on with Fiesta Texas, because there's a segues back to over Georgia. Both versions of Cosmic Coaster are closed. Both trains are gone off the track.
Mark was just there and he was trying to get the credit and couldn't. Yeah. He also said that Wonder Woman is still running like shit, or like rough as hell. So.
Well, it hasn't done the full phase 2 yet, right? It was only done phase 1. So I'm not. That's what I'm gonna do. I would give it a full evaluation because, I feel like it's obviously the track. Like they said, the track gauge was just wrong. Hell, I wouldn't even be surprised if they reprofile it a tad bit. I know some people would hate that, but maybe just to make it not destroy the track. But it might just be the track gauge itself, you know.
Yeah.
I think it also was destroying the trains too. So how it's going. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
I heard it was something about the upstop wheels. I don't know how true that is, but
yeah, like I just think it's really sad when a stellar layout is hindered by just the roughness or just train or like just this extra factor that just kind of ruins it all.
Yeah.
I'll get to that later in the cast, but yeah, the Skyline Attractions, man, they might be fucked. That's all I gotta say. Listen, those things, Kid Flash coasters didn't have upstops, right?
Yeah.
Also, why would they have cambered wheels? Yeah, we talked about this in the fucking... Literally when we got to Florida. We were about to go to uni. But yeah, their wheels are literally like angled like 3 or almost 5 degrees on the bottom. It's very odd. I have no clue. But yeah, a lot of people said it wasn't necessarily the smoothest experience regardless. Still didn't necessarily fix the kinks. And also, apparently, where is it? Actually, no. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Apparently, the wherever the really hard cred to get Brava, or whatnot, the art coaster in like New Jersey or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That was apparently down for like low key a few months for train issues.
And hard credit to get. That is a very hard credit to get. I know that.
And for me, I'm just like, that ride barely even runs anyway.
I know, and it still has problems. That's Skyline is. I don't know about that.
Yeah, if they don't fix these trains for next season and they had to do something again, they're done. Like they have to just be essentially RMC's bitch for eternity. Like, let me see what else they do. But before I say this, what other attractions? Because I just think they have to be on the leash of RMC at this point. Just make the rails for them, have them profile it and use their trains, and we'll be good. But as soon as they go on their own, they're a lost dog. Yeah. Did you get that key fit, brother?
The what?
Did you get that key fit?
What key fit?
Oh, I thought you had some Keef.
Oh, the Keef. Yeah. I thought you said like key. I was like, yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Chill.
Okay, they're only. You want to know what their thrill rides are?
Hit me
Oh
with
my
it.
god, how about to share the screen, dude?
Let's
Literally,
see.
just a bigger version of what was already ass. It didn't work.
That's trash.
They just put a 2 in front of it. The Orbit 2, Horizon 2, and the Skywarp 2. Alright.
Okay, hold on. I gotta check something real quick. Let me TDB because I'm actually interested. So they have built 5 roller coasters, right? Uh, Brava. I don't know if that's SBNO right now. Hart
No, it
Quinn.
just came back up apparently.
Okay, Harley Quinn at Discovery Kingdom, SBNO gone. Title Twister, SBNO, and what? That's gone too now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so it's like, and then the other two right now are SBNL. So it's like they have one operating coaster. They've only built 5. Two of them gone, and then 2 are just not like this is like that's
What was the first
uh,
coaster they made? What year?
2018,
So within
and that was
5 years.
5 coasters, 5 years, and only one operating at the moment. That's not a good look.
Listen, this isn't shit posting. This is just facts at this point. Like,
Like, no, literally.
like, I'm sorry, Skyline. Just stick to the design services. Get rid of your ride offerings. Cause I don't want what you're offering. At this point, just
Now the interesting thing is, so they're a subsidiary of Skyline Design, who has designed Invader, Mystic Timbers,
oh,
uh, Roaring Timbers, which is in Vietnam, Texas Stingray, Zambezi Zinger, and Wicker Man.
so they have a lot of
Also,
hits and
also,
misses.
also another GCI in Poland called Werewolf. So it's like I'm. This is very interesting. I didn't even know that they designed all of those. That's interesting.
So I'm saying, like,
It's like, and then they bring out Skyline Attractions, and it's like junk. Like, stick to like designing wooden coasters, I guess. I don't know.
well, like, there's a lot of misses in there too. I would say, like,
Invaders in this.
eh, honestly, I generally don't know how much I can put that on the designer because, like, people could say that, but the park asked what they asked, right? And if the park was literally asking for something like that and they were satisfied, I'm just like, all right, because in my honest opinion, Busch Gardens Williamsburg specifically, they always get the more odd and almost not tame, maybe that is the right word, but like they get the more left field attraction of what I think BGT gets.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just also because they compete also. Well, they don't compete with Busch Gardens Tampa, but the competition with King's Dominion kind of forced that difference in general.
Yeah.
But I will say I'm grateful to for them for having that 10-15 year contract that said King's Dominion can add a B&M because that forced them to get into I-305. So no one ever thinks of that, huh? No one ever thinks of that.
Thank God.
That's so funny. It probably would have been a B&M Giga, which I guess that still would have been good. Like, it still would have been good. Just we would have never had I-305. Damn. Well, you gotta love some restraining orders sometimes, specifically when it's for B&M. But no, like I said, when they help out other manufacturers, I think they do the best. You know, when they're because I thought for a while they also made the track for RMCs. If not, they still do, but I don't know. So yeah, Skyline. That's all I can say is sigh and do better. I'm just hoping that you can fix this essentially fair ride, because it's on pallets, is it not? Like, it's not on pallets, but they're basically like sticks of wood. Hold it up, like. Let me look at it before I. They're not wood, but it's definitely thin steel. But yeah. I don't know. They look like new gen they look like new gen milers. So I don't know. It'd be cool to have a successor to that. Moving on now. Park asterisks. I can't speak. Park asterisks. I gotta go down a bit, don't I? Okay. So apparently in the news, in the sun and all that, and over the pond, in addition to the Tower of Numerobis, Park Asterix will also open the park's first ever musical show. So Park Asterix is just continuing to grow. You know, they just added Subtitus, and now they're adding seems to be I'm assuming that's going to be a drop ride, Tower of Numerobis. So yeah, the Park Asterix seems like it was already a hotspot, but now yeah, I might have to get there on the first trip. We'll see the first year. All right, so construction for Vegas Halloween Horror Nights. Let me actually look at this here.
Groundbroken?
Apparently. Let me actually find it's all the way at the bottom, is it not? Somewhere like that. Sometimes finding things on Screamscape is not easy.
Reading through it. Well, it looks like they're doing a lot of stuff for the F1 race.
So, vertical construction is officially underway for the expansion building at Area 15 in Las Vegas that will contain the Universal Horror Unleashed attraction. The massive pre-made walls for the new structure are quickly rising into place. You can see official pictures from Area 15 as the first wall section goes up and over, and scroll over to the next photo showing several wall sections now in place, along with the large foundation already poured. Meanwhile, a local area render went by this afternoon and sent back some new photos showing off just how fast the structure is coming together. Oh shit! Yeah, they're
Up my alley.
Yeah, I mean they're building right in Vegas. Oh, that looks so cool. I wish I could send you this. I don't know if you could find it, but it's a scroll a good bit to the 12/21/23 article. Or
on the Vegas thing?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can, because I keep scrolling, but I don't see. Let me see.
Oh shit.
Different stuff, because I think you sent like, I don't know, it's covering like everything in Vegas. That's why I was talking about the F1 stuff that's going on.
We just got big news for the cast. Why
Really?
Why does news just pop off? Oh my god. So park fans, you know them. You love them. Or some people don't actually. They agree with
yeah, I see. It's Dominion, right? Is that what you're
yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah, we'll get to that. But breaking news. That's what I meant, guys. The breaking news.
You know,
coming on there.
I did. Man, that's so annoying.
Coming in on TTCN, the Thoosies Coaster Network, you already know we have the King's Dominion updates. But that's coming in later. We're getting more information. But yeah, Halloween Horror Nights thing, they're putting up facades and stuff right now. For sure. They're definitely doing active work. Let me get my water real quick.
Now, okay. Can we just talk about King's Dominion? Like, I'm looking at the...
Wait. Come on. We're close. Ish.
Oh my god, dude.
Let's go say some of the shit. Let's go. I know. Let's get some of the shit posts out of the way, and then we can shit on some. Then we can shit, because we haven't even talked about BGW either. So.
See y'all, and look from the Buzz Bars chat. I've got to do. See y'all in BGW and KD for Virginia's for Stumblers 2025. Revenge of the Boring and Mild.
Is that what you put?
No. That's someone posted that like 15 minutes ago.
Yes. Oh, those are my people. Love you. Anyways, we got questions. These are like, God, oh my God. So 7 hours to meet the Grinch. Would you wait 420 minutes to meet the Grinch? I think I would, just for the ship, just with the high rollers.
Okay, now the sad part is it's not even. I don't believe that's even the longest standby line has gotten. And the thing is like, I think it's bad they have to like put it at capacity at like, I don't know, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The line is so long, like the close at like 8 o'clock. Like insane. Honestly.
Oh wait, you can probably just see my screen.
Like, oh, let me look at the screen. I wasn't watching it. But like, dude, like, oh. Okay. I see. Construction underway. It's so bad, and like, I'm sorry, but like the only thing I'm waiting like that long for is like a brand new like Falcon's Flight. Like I don't know. Like, I could not wait that long for a meet and greet, personally.
It would be something like Falcon's Flight for real. Like, and honestly, I can't think of any other coaster besides Falcon's Flight. I would probably wait.
Maybe like Nike.
If like
I think if I
was
flew all the way to China, I'm like like if I flew to China and had no choice but to wait like 8 hours for one ride on Ijanaika, like I'd do it. But like, it's like for a 5-minute meet and greet at Universal Orlando. I don't know.
Okay,
nah.
For me, my questions are: who are you people that are actually waiting a work shift's worth, a full cycle of sleep worth in a line for 5 minutes? Like we said, like this isn't a celebrity, this is the Grinch, like, and I love the Grinch. Hot take, love that movie, and that is absolutely insane. Borderline mental. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yes. No.
Yeah, honestly, if y'all would love to come on the cast and discuss how that all went, the waiting experience, Jesus, I mean, are you guys coming in prepared, looking like, all right, it's around 5 hours, let me go get some food stuff, get prepared, get some drink, get some snacks, and go in the line. Let me set up my table too, get some foldable chairs, let's have a little tailgate.
It's insane.
If you make an event out of it, I mean, I don't know. Still, I'd just be like, yay, 5 minutes. I'd be like, you all came here for me, the Grinch. I don't even think they have Max anymore. I thought they had an actual dog there.
I know for a fact they have Max at the show. I don't know if they have him out at the meet and greet, but I mean, just still, like, insane.
Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, I feel like This Hagrid's bags. Hagrid's at 7 hours, like for the first
Yeah,
month.
like
or
when
two.
it first opened, there was like so much operational issues too, though.
Yeah. Well, now we're getting near all the end of. Yeah, we're actually getting to the end of it, actually. So, good stuff. But actually, no, we skipped a lot. We skipped a lot.
Yeah.
We skipped a lot. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna just do all the Virginia stuff all together. So Knott's seems like they're actually spoke for once. And they're adding a new kid coaster. You guessed it. A Vekoma family. Is this a Vekoma or is this Umbrella? I'm not too sure. Anyways, they're adding a family coaster and expanding more rides into their. I don't know if it's just one ride, but expansion onto their Camp Snoopy area, and that's a cool thing. That's dope. Wonder what's happening with Montezuma's Revenge Knots. They have said nothing.
They need to get that open.
And that's honestly what I. The main reason I brought this up is like, hey, that's great. You know, this is all cool. What about one of your main attractions in your park that you said you're doing a whole retrofit for?
Right.
That's now missing more parts. Main elements, right? Like the loop is gone, right?
I don't know. I didn't like look at it too much when I was there.
Well, at least they got Accelerator back. Hopefully they can keep it.
Yeah,
as long as they
well,
can.
it's like one train. I mean, it's not like two trains really boost it that much because it launches out of the station, but like still, like it like doesn't make any sense.
What did I say was a good ride to be stuck on? But yeah, I really want to know. Oh, that was yeah. I really want to know what generally what was happening with that because it's unique cred, and it adds on to the park. I feel like it's some of the classic. I feel like a lot of parks need to keep those classics, and even in some way. And if they were doing that retrofit, you know, I just hope they didn't. Long story short, volcano it. In the sense of the park did something that they shouldn't have done and ended up putting it out of commission forever. It's unfixable. That's a story for another time. In fact, that's a Coaster Talk episode. You should go still listen to that cast. It's still up. Rest in peace. But this is a good ride to be stuck on. Unlike the last cast where Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket was it's showing its age, and hopefully we get a Fast and Furious coaster. But on the test runs, on the first rides of Gotham City Escape, it got stuck at the very top of the top hat, valleyed. There's a lot of valleys in this cast actually. There's two, which is I guess not too much, but it's still quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ended up getting it down. There's a whole video of them, I think, shoving it with a stick, like with a crane up there, like moving it back and forth, and they finally got it down. And then it ended up opening later in the day, but yeah, that would be a cool coaster to be stuck on.
I actually heard a fact the other day that they can actually get Velocicoaster to valley perfectly on the top.
Wait,
Interestingly enough.
you say they can, as if like, what would they do that for? Like pictures or something?
Well, it's just like they've done it before, like in testing.
Okay. So that is a
And it also
possibility.
does have like brake trims at the top of the top hat too. So
So what you're saying is we're gonna cover one day in the news that Velocicoaster is stuck perfectly on the top hat.
Possibly.
Or you're gonna be texting me, dude, I just got off Velocicoaster. After waiting on for 2 hours stuck on the top hat.
That would be very interesting. I feel like they could like just like roll it, get it to roll forward though. Like perfectly like stop it and like get it to roll forward. I don't know.
I'm gonna fuck around and be like, if Alex wanna hop on. But yeah, I still Gotham City might be my new top bucket list, but we'll see. We'll see. I think that ride looks exceptional. Feature and everything, exceptional. Oh, all right. After that, so there's patents for the DK coaster out of uni. So yeah, you can just look at all of them links from this. We're optimizing this more and more. More and more. You can just look at all the links from my screen, my screen share.
Oh, let me see.
But yeah, what are these patents, bro? Do you see this shit?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Oh, okay. Whoa, wait, whoa, that one's really interesting.
That one really shows it.
Good.
Because you go down like a shaft. I don't know why it's put in this.
Yeah,
But
it's sick. I like that. Wait, so now which manufacturer, like, okay, interesting.
there's a turn. Look at that weird ass turntable, bro. It's like, why does it have to be so fucking weird? I just want to know the engineering behind it, essentially. It's so...
That's one of the more interesting things I think I've seen.
Universal, man. Yeah, I'm wondering who's manufacturing this, too. I'm gonna assume Intamin or Vekoma, but it could be someone. It could be Zamperla, guys. Nah. So why did I? Oh yeah. Holiday crowds. Holiday crowds. Where's I gonna? You were there, but Jesus Christ, they had people parking on the grass lot. It's like the grass in the parking lot at Epcot.
Yeah.
That's how busy it was getting. Damn. We're gonna get to that because you experienced some of that, I assume.
Yes.
Is this video still up? It might be down. It's still up. So, Six Flags Qiddiya officially put out a progress video, or official video overall, showing a good bit of its rides and what it's going on with the construction. And
I'm cutting out.
yeah. And
My thing was cutting out. Service.
oh, you said you're cutting out?
Yeah, it was. I'm good now though.
Yeah, I want to see what that Woody is. I don't think they're working on that yet, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. You know, they're working actively, man. I literally agree with shout outs to Caleb for Coaster Cozies, because I literally am just like, this is actually real. Like, it just doesn't feel like it's real. It just feels like this is just some fabrication, dream coaster someone made, or park in whatever roller coaster simulator,
And it's hella real.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. SeaWorld Orlando is getting a hotel. People are happy about this. I'm like, why are they getting a hotel? There's not even anything at SeaWorld Orlando that, like, not even my personal opinion for them. I'm just like, why? To me, they're not a resort, or there's not enough to do at the park. When the park, you are like, you could really do it all in 2 hours, or you could stay there and do the shows and stuff, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which are okay now. Yeah, I just don't think... I don't know why they're getting a hotel, in my opinion. Anyone know why they cut down the trees in the parking lot? They already need... They need more shade in that park. Why the hell are they... taking it away? I don't know.
Oh, speaking of SeaWorld Orlando... Actually, I guess I can just speak on that in the trip report, but, like... I went for the first time and closed the park. These fools, so if you walk past Pipeline over to the stadium, and you know how you have to walk through the bar to get to Pipeline, right?
Yes.
They try to funnel everyone out of the park at close through that bar.
Do they... So is the bar open?
Well, the bar's not open, but everyone's
Okay.
trying to walk through that little... Like, it's horrible.
Well, I feel like it's horrible because you have to go through there anyway to get to, like... I don't know why the Seas parks have such terrible layouts. I generally like... But you have to go through there to get to Pipeline.
Unless you want to walk around the whole park. Like, you have to go through the bar. And it's like, that was horrible, because they weren't letting anyone go anywhere else other than back through the bar to get out. So, like, literally takes, like, an hour to get out of SeaWorld, unless you're, like, really aggressively pushing through.
Well, shout-outs to Alex, though, for... he's not going to be able to come on, but they got him working a double on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I got to work here in, like, a few hours.
Yeah, what are you... I'm assuming...
I work tomorrow night, too.
Wait. Disney is open on Christmas.
Yeah. 365.
I don't know if I agree with that, but
I mean, like, it's bad. They even, like, just to, like, give it, like, they literally, like, changed our hours too, and I have to work, like, instead of until 10:30 at night, until midnight 30 on New Year's Eve. I have to work on New Year's Eve until 12:30, bro.
So you're working
like, yeah, and then I have to work New Year's Day again too. Like, it's just, yeah, I'm over it. It's okay. It'd be like that.
Oh, that's gonna have to be cut, actually. But yeah, they got Alex work, so I'm gonna take a hit for him in a bit. Shout outs to him.
Shout outs.
And ooh, sorry, yawn. It has been a long day. There was also, honestly, a celebrated a Christmas. I have like 2 more Christmases to go. One is later today. Families, you know. Christmas! Woo! But no. It's all cool, but like yesterday was definitely the more of the party side of the Christmas, because yeah, I'm definitely feeling not hungover, just tired.
Um, 13 minutes ago, just to let you know, Lucky dropped something on SoundCloud.
Ooh.
SoundCloud only.
Shout out
He
to
posted that
my
on
boy.
Instagram.
Shout, shout out to my boy Lucky. I'll be so Lucky if you know him, if you know you know type of thing, to be honest. But
Yeah.
Top Thrill 2 is doing test runs though. A lot of people are like, it's not going up the spike. I'm like, look, they're doing the test runs and it barely went over like the top hat. So yeah, just give it a bit, right? Just wait for it to start cooking. I think it'll be fine. No, I think Pantheon does a good job going up a good bit of the spike. Yeah, well, Top Thrill 2 though. I think it'll be pretty good. I don't know if it'll be. What are your opinions on spikes?
It's testing. It's so good. Not my favorite element. Not a bad element though.
Yeah, I think they're quite overrated, but I think this might be obviously one of the best ones. So we'll see if this one will hit.
Without a doubt.
Tokyo Disneyland is getting a big and potential final refurb for Space Mountain. As the current version of Space Mountain at Tokyo Disneyland closes permanently on June 31st, 2024, it'll be transformed and reopened in 2027. 3 years. To celebrate the opening day attraction, a special event called Celebrating Space Mountain, the Final Ignition, from April 9th to July 31st, 2024. So, yeah, I don't think they're gonna actually be getting rid of Space Mountain here. I don't think they. If you're Disney Park, if you have Space Mountain, I don't think you ever can. Which I don't know what I think of that, but generally I do like Space Mountain. But yeah, like, is that one we should always keep? I don't know. I digress. I wonder what's gonna take them 3 years to do. Is it just Disney time, same as Colored People time, with like, or like 3 years for Space Mountain renovation? Is there theming on this one, or is this one just Space Mountain? Like, it's not Hyperspace Mountain, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a little odd.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts is getting a repaint at Kennywood. Going back to its it says, while they're trimming the tree, we're trimming the T-bolt letters. For many years, the Thunderbolts' big red letters had a white outline to help them pop. Now the original look is coming back. So that's cool, and I think the logo was just getting repainted, not the track itself. The track, in fact, I thought it looked quite good for what happened. Good Gravy's finished. A lot of people were surprised about this. Honestly, it was such a small track, amount of track, that I'm like, it was hoping to be done. For me, though, I'm happy that a lot of the parks are getting this stuff out of the way, doing it early, hopefully getting their test runs done early, so that if there's any kinks, like, is where they can worry about that in January or February, 2 months, 3 months before park opening, instead of a week before park opening, or the day of park opening, and then all of a sudden you have a lot of unhappy people. It's been a rough few openings this last few years. Just saying, have PTSD. Pokemon Park officially coming. New Pokemon Park coming to Japan. Pokemon Park Kanto will be located in Tokyo. Very little further information has been shared for now. I would say that's a rumor, to be honest. Even though it came from like Park World magazine, it's a rumor. I kind of want to cover this, but it's like I'm kind of so high that I'm like, this is such a vibe killer, and it's not even like it's only just idiots, you know, like just idiots lying about line cutting and about like, you know, want to make people feel bad about them calling them out for line cutting. And really what I found funny about it was he was saying, oh, you know, I'm a football player for UCF, blah, 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 blah. And UCF, it came to the point that got so big. Literally, UCF put out a whole social media post talking about that incident and saying, hey, we have no affiliation with this kid.
Yeah.
So basically, on top of the fact he was being the worst person ever, and ruining so many people's day at a park, he tried to save face and thought he could lie, like, even though this was such a big thing, and like, hey, I want to throw the fact that I'm on the team. Weirdo kid behavior, and I just thought, like, just want to shit on him on the cast because we shit on lames on this cast. He's definitely not on the homie list. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, that ain't cool. That ain't cool, bro. The whole group, by the way, I hope y'all just got banned forever. To be honest, just terrible people. What they were doing with maybe not forever. Maybe like 5 years. But, okay. Coney Island, Midwest, is closing for good. A little bit of sad news for classic attraction fans. Hell, I'll let me a good amount of classic attractions, so. But, the media statement came out December 14th, 2023, as Coney Island and Sunlight Pool to close to become home to cutting edge destination music venue. But effective on the end of the year, December 31st, 2023, immediately after the conclusion of Coney Island's Nights of Holidays event, Coney Island will be permanently ceasing operations. And they've been sold to the Music and Event Management Incorporated, a subsidiary of Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra. Coney Island has been operating since 1886. Sunlight Pool was added in 1925. We have been proud to provide a place where so many wonderful memories were created. We thank the millions of patrons and employees from Cincinnati and surrounding neighborhoods. You made this a special place for all of us. But the time has come for this historic destination to offer new and different options for entertainment seekers looking for fun and unique experiences. While this was a difficult decision, we have the utmost confidence that the MEMI and the CSO will bring new excitement to one of the greater Cincinnati's most treasured locations. And that was a very beautiful statement, because like a lot of people, like I said, this is we don't really hear too much about this Coney Island, but yeah, I at least have heard about it. I would have loved to have gone out there someday, and this is what I mean. It kind of sucks being young, because a lot of these classic places and hotspots that you hear about and grew up learning about, how you got into the hobby, they're going away. So it really makes me stressed to travel. Yeah. Yeah, it's really unfortunate, and rest in peace to Coney Island. I would take another hit, but I honestly am kind of too high. I'm not too high. I'm like the perfect level, and I know if I were to smoke again, I would be too high. So, in the sense that like I would just be chilling, I just would be just laying back, and honestly, people might like that. Honestly, I might do it a little later, just not now. American Heartland Park is actually breaking ground. Now, when I saw this, I know they're probably breaking ground for the campground and stuff first, which, yeah, I mean, that should be easier to do, in my opinion, the campground and everything, setting that stuff up. The park, however,
yeah.
We'll see when that goes, because I know that's supposed to be, I think, 2026. I don't know. I think that might be 2025, but this could be opening or groundbreaking for the park. Who knows? I'm still skeptical, sort of. We'll see, man. A lot of these parks people say, "Oh, they're not gonna happen," and they're just happening. You know, there's just things are just happening. We're all pessimists. Yeah. We should actually just be. I don't even know. I guess a lot of them have failed before, right? So. Voltron is testing, but it was literally only using wheel bogies and like the bottom of the chassis. Did you see that?
No.
Hold up, pull it up.
I see.
I wish I could make this bigger, but
I can zoom in. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm zoomed in on. Oh.
Yeah, this ride looks kind of nutty. I'm not gonna lie to you. Layout wise.
Yeah.
There's another video, but I didn't end up saving that one, unfortunately. But yeah, it's like the bottom of the trains, like nothing else. And they're going through like small test runs right now, slowly going through the course. Yeah. Europa was already easily in the top 3 of my bucket list for Europe, but this looks like it could be the best in the park.
Yeah.
Happy 50th to SeaWorld Orlando. Anyone know that was happening? Oh wait,
they didn't do anything.
Yeah, they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. I think they gave a keychain potentially if you actually asked for it, but no advertisement, no nothing. Pipeline was, I guess, this year, so I don't know. I wish they just do. Unfortunate. I mean, I honestly don't know what SeaWorld could have done, to be honest. I mean, I know what they could have done. They could have probably just done good festivities for the park and stuff, but there was no talk about it at all, no build up or anything. So maybe for I actually don't know. So, top 2 preview days where there's actually drama going around this right now. I don't know if you've heard.
Mm-mm.
So it says, and they actually put out on the website for Cedar Point that April 30th through May 2nd, it's looking like they are trying to have preview days, which is a weird time also because it's in the middle of the week, I think, this day, the way they set these dates. But also,
yeah.
What you call it? It's happening during like a big college event, I think. Like, isn't it? I think a lot of people said it's OSU weekend, Ohio State University weekend or week. So, yeah. The main drama though is being rumored. I forgot where it was being talked about exactly. I don't know if it was exactly a rumor or if it was facts, but I'm going to say it's rumor for now. This is going to have to be paid still.
Yeah.
Now, say for example, if I have my pass for Busch Gardens when I got to Pantheon in Gwazi, I was able to get on because I had my pass. I didn't have to pay extra for the previews. But now you got Cedar Fair, or I guess Six Flags now. Be like, hey, you're already paying for your pass. Why not pay extra for these preview day? You're not probably going to get a ERT. It's probably going to be the 1 or 2 rides and you're done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I just think that's a little fucked up. Honestly, I saw people defending it. I'm just going to say, agree to disagree. That's all I'm going to say. I'm paying for my pass, and you're saying pass holder preview. If they change the name of that, I wouldn't care. You know, I'd be like, okay, I'm paying for an extra event, you know. But it's pass holder preview. My pass should get me in regardless. if I shouldn't have to pay extra. Shouldn't even gates, you know, like the maybe you should put the price tag up on the passes, which I hate to admit, but like getting into Cedar Point for $100, like really? Mad cheap, bro. Mad cheap. Too cheap for the destination park it is. It's more expensive to get into lesser parks like SeaWorld Orlando or something. Like SeaWorld San Diego or SeaWorld like San Antonio.
Yeah.
But I hope it really is not paid. That would be really unfortunate. Also, Cottonmouth is kicking my ass right now. Iron Menace was topped off. Phrasing. But it was topped off. And it's woohoo! Do I have to act happy or? It's gonna be a decent ride, I'd say. SNS bringing back the steeplechase. That's interesting. Obviously not big news at all, but just interesting. Universal coming to the UK. Phil, what are your thoughts about this here?
Excited. I remember seeing that when it first dropped.
If Universal has confirmed the land purchase, we have acquired land in Bedford and are at early stages of exploring its feasibility for a potential park and resort at this site. There were some people that were worried that this would affect the UK parks, almost cannibalize them in a way. And I'm like, that's not how this works. You have people now wanting to travel to Universal, whatever, Great Britain or whatever, in Europe area, and now they get to also hit these other parks, you know. And I think with Bedford, I'm not even sure if it's which one is closer to, but regardless, you know, they're spending time in the UK now, and they're gonna travel and probably tour. So in theory, it should be a net win.
Yeah.
I don't think it should
They're
affect anyone.
That's right. That's actually kind of.
So Gwazi Valley, and
Yeah.
the Thoosies made a big phenomenon out of it. When I feel like, I honestly, it might be a bigger than Stampa curse now, because Montu Valley like twice, or 3 times actually, Gwazi Valley, and the circumstances where it was the first time they had put train 1 back on, which would have stopped. I think it still would have been 1 train. But the first time they put train 1 back on all year, and after its maintenance earlier in the year, and it was cold, windy, because it's kind of been cool in Florida. I ain't gonna hold y'all. All those factors did it in, you know. It was running, you know, nowhere near the speed needed to. It got stuck right after the 0G stall. So yeah, that was kind of a rough spot. Like, you can't just push it down anywhere to get more momentum or anything. It goes up, you know, a good tens of feet after that. Up the banking double up. Oh my god, it's so good. To the twist. Oh my, man. So yeah, they just had to close the whole day. This was like one of the first test runs of the day. They just had to close. So the next day they had a big crane there, helping moving around, and
Well,
what you say?
they got it to finish the course. I believe the ride's open now.
Oh yeah, it's open. In fact, I had a 200-minute wait, I think, yesterday. So, that's what one train will do with Gwazi's ops as well. But yeah, they got it open. A lot of people were afraid if it was going to be closed longer, and it's like, honestly, I thought it was going to be open the next day, but it seems like they got the crane the next day because the situation was not probably not as easy as it seemed, obviously, for me. So because I literally am just looking on my phone at little Wazzy sitting there. Yeah, I'm glad Waz is better though, but hopefully they can get more trains on soon, and I think that is said to be happening. So.
Yeah.
Cedar Fair investors are unhappy. So you know how we said before the Six Flags investors were unhappy because they felt that their cut was not good?
Yeah.
Now, and they were suing. So now Cedar Fair investor cries foul over $8 billion Six Flags merger. This is from Reuters. But one of Cedar Fair's largest investors has sent a letter to the U.S. amusement park operator to complain that the company is stripping shareholders from a say on its planned $8 billion merger with the Six Flags Entertainment Corporation. Nuremberg Bourbon, which owns about 3% of Cedar Fair, told Reuters it wrote to the company on December 4th to complain that it structured the deal so that shareholders would not get to vote on it as Six Flags shareholders will. This was achieved, according to Nuremberg, by having Six Flags pay out an $85 million special dividend that shrunk its size and allowed Cedar Fair to be deemed the acquirer in the transaction. Had it been deemed the acquisition target change of control positions, the Cedar Fair's bylaws would have required it to hold a shareholder vote on the deal. So yeah, they basically think like, hey, you went behind our backs on this. We didn't want this. Now it's like none of the shareholders are happy. Granted, it's like they're shareholders, you know. Whatever. At this point, you know, especially the ones that are like own the most. Like, really, man, you got money. but yeah, they're not happy in the sense that I don't think they're gonna have enough sway, even with both sides saying, hey, we don't necessarily aren't happy about how this transpired, but I think it's still gonna just go on fine until we have a government figure step in, which I'm not too sure is actually going to be happening now, but we shall see. I mean, at this point we're getting, I feel like maybe at this point, little teasers of what could inevitably happen. But
yeah,
still going to Cedar Fair. This seems like they're still under hot fire from their local government and all that. From Cleveland.com and the Cleveland local news, Cedar Point must turn over police records to TV stations, says the Ohio Supreme Court. Cedar Point has been ordered to turn over police records related to sexual assaults that occurred on park property. The three Ohio. So, like, you know, when all that stuff is happening, where the whole reason why, honestly, I feel like the staffing problem was a big issue at Cedar Point was the dorms and the culture behind them and how the people living there and all that stuff, and the unfortunate claims and allegations, and I think even a few arrests.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that came out from, obviously, as simple as harassment of just in general all the way to the unfortunate what we're talking about right now. Yeah, they're being forced over to hand over that, and Cedar Point can't get a break either. Granted, for the top thrill thing, I think they don't deserve it at all. In this, I honestly would say, yeah, I mean, they were trying to act as if that they could cover it, you know, they could take care of their situation. And now essentially the Supreme Court of Ohio is essentially saying that they were acting as if they had a police force, you know, they had their own security and stuff, but they act in a way to where if you're going to have these people there, the security there, you know, with these facilities, big men, you're going to have to report this to us, big men.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So basically a private security force does not subject you to the yeah, so subject you to not being a part of the Ohio public record laws. So yeah, Cedar Point, Hopefully you'll forget about this by the time Top Thrill 2 comes out. Hopefully everyone also gets righted from who was wronged in general from all of this.
Yeah.
But Six Flags to pay back workers for lost wages. Now this is actually interesting and a good thing. Six Flags agrees to pay nearly $1 million to settle class action lawsuit filed by employees over lost wages. So the Six Flags New England specifically has agreed to pay more than $930,000 to a group of seasonal workers who sued over lost wages. Megan Barnes, a $12 an hour food service hostess at the popular theme park, filed the lawsuit last year, and they actually went through, and they're getting a lot of the lost wages back. So that's great to hear. Great news. Yeah, we talked about the Zootopia, now the rumor, and then obviously the Virginia. So this is a small little rumor, but it seems like in the legend, shoutouts to In the Loop. If you don't listen to them, an OG cast, you should definitely give them a listen. There's a rumor that Mindblower will get a full retrack next year. Do the whole rest of it.
They need it.
You think it would actually fix it? Because I think one of the more rougher parts actually has the 208 trip. Like,
it makes like multiple moments where it's just really like rough for the average rider. So.
Oh, it's relentless though in general. Like you can feel that like the relentless over like just the rough. Besides certain points like that, those potholes, man. But we'll get to that. But what do you said you think it needs it? I not too sure. I would assume so at this point. Why not? Like it logically makes sense, especially with them under the sheets with RMC right now. You know, like I can definitely see this being a plausible theory. Granted, he got this from a ride operator at the park, so this generally that's probably one literal tippy toe above the Dippin' Dots guy in terms of relevance of rumors and believability. Unfortunately, even though I am good friends with a good amount of ride ops, or used to be, so yeah. In my opinion, I do think it could happen. Very plausible. Probably just a good idea because, I mean, it has to be easier to maintain. It would not be... I wonder what records it would lose and if it would lose any of that marketability, though, because it would be a hybrid at that point.
Full hybrid, yeah.
Alright, let's go over Busch Gardens first, I guess. So, this is about the same people. Park fans, basically. Like, they are, especially when it comes to, like, their home parks, you know, they're definitely going to be on it. But, we all thought an RMC was going to be coming to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely not getting an RMC, unfortunately, because Busch Gardens, they're in, you know, just like Fun Spot's in bed with RMC, B&M is in bed with B&M. Excuse me, Busch Gardens is in bed with B&M and C's. Because at this point, in my opinion, it's clear that there's a package deal. I think the C's parks clearly have a package deal, and they're definitely giving them a lot of their weird, wonky models. I wonder if a lot of these are prototypes or earlier versions, so it's like, hey, we're going to get this for a cheaper price, you know, put it on here, and you're going to get a whole bunch of them at your parks.
Yeah.
I know a lot of Thoosies love to throw the package deal around a lot of the time, but this time it seems like it actually makes sense with the amount of weird B&M models, and then also seemingly getting rid of a fully designed coaster that is an RMC for this a B&M family coaster, bro.
Yeah.
But really, like, I honestly don't hate this addition in the sense of if it were going anywhere else and not where the location is, because I just think the location is just not it at all. Gonna go behind. I mean, it is a food court technically, but you're gonna go behind a place where a lot of people get drinks. One of the main places to get drinks. Hell, there's not even any family attractions around. I mean, I guess Dark Coaster now for Bolton. Well, that's it. There used to be Mog Tower just right across, you know. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the place, but you can't see it. Normally, it's good to see the family attraction, to see other, families having fun on it. To give them a sense of, we can all do that together. And yeah, they're not going to get that kinetic at all. So it's going to be a B&M family invert, apparently. So 2 inverts in a park again. It's literally sister park, but damn, man. Damn. I think it's going to be Big Bad Wolf callback themed. That's all I gotta say, man. Now, I love Big Bad Wolf, don't get it twisted, but it's not gonna be swinging or anything. At least from what we've the things I kind of been pulling together is probably most likely will not be swinging. So, if they had a swinging element, I would get it a bit more, but it being just the way that it is makes it very underwhelming. Specifically for the plot of land that it's at, and specifically that they got rid of another whole project. A big RMC for this. Kind of stings. It stings a lot, actually, but... Alright, what's this Busch Garden stuff? Or King's Minion stuff?
It's pretty gross. The only thing that like I thought was cool kind of was just like it seems that it's a very big project in the sense that it's gonna do a lot for that space because, well, I guess just Jungle X, because a lot of it like it's going towards what's it called, like it's extending very close, like the layout's extending very close to Timbili, so I feel like it's gonna add a lot to just that area in general. So
I guess, I mean, now if you have Bolton, this, I think it's called, I forgot what they called it in the rendering for Busch Gardens Williamsburg fans, but essentially a family invert and Dark Coaster. I guess you have somewhat of a family area. Because hell, you could stay there and get food at Fest House and get them freezer burn pizza and the kids won't notice.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. It's a win-win.
So.
No, I'm looking at Old Volcano now and I'm sad.
Yeah.
So they're going on about the 2019 document they found with a small B&M wing. Then... Sorry, I'm reading this for now.
Good.
Just getting all of it in. But remember, this is Katy fans, Park fans, BGW fans. You already know. But throughout 2023, there have been rumors floating around King's Minion suggesting that 2025 King's Minion's 50th anniversary would finally be the year The gaping crater left by volcano's final devastating eruption would be filled by mid-2023. Those rumors began to coalesce around one specific rumor. They're adding a B&M wing made for the coaster's old site. So at least it'll be a launch when it seems like. That's honestly bigger than I thought, though. Well, actually, it does look like it's using a lot of its space. Is it actually, though? Okay. I mean, I guess you could add that. So you guys go here, do a launch. To that. It is kind of short still, if that's actually it. To be honest. But, man, fuck. I just really want, like, a crazy ass ride, bro. It seems like it's kind of like safe. So obviously the people he worked with have the best little area and like POV for it. What are your thoughts, RC, after looking at all of this?
On the King's Dominion thing?
We're getting a hammerhead on a B&M wing.
Sleepy. That's my thoughts on it.
Into a dive loop.
I feel like it's gonna be a sleepy ride.
Into a corkscrew.
It's so graceful.
Into
So
a
it's like,
banked turn horseshoe, dude.
yeah.
You don't think? They're literally advertising a turn, man. Man, this ride's gonna be mid. I don't want to think that, bro. I still have hope this ride is in it. No, I'm trolling. Well, it happened. B&M won.
Really fucking sad.
Man, just remember y'all, boring to mild, and it's all cool. It's all cool. It's all cool. That's all I gotta say. We are getting B&M sandwiched now with a B&M wing and a B&M family invert, bro. I need some more modern intense rides, man. I'll take some modern classic intense rides for real. No, really, truly. Even though I won't drink them. Y'all, this is a weird one because this is both of us back, but we have we have thoughts about the B&M wing coming to King's Dominion. Better thoughts after it's settling and really looking at the layout. You know what it has to offer and all that stuff. I mean, if they really go with the Speed Hill thing at the beginning,
Can you share screen?
yeah. I'll actually share it, but we're just looking at it again, having our thoughts, and also little bigs to help with that. But let's go to 360p to ensure it. Yeah, if this launch actually hits like plus 70, we're good. Like we're good here. You know what I'm saying? The fact that goes, because I didn't realize that'd be right over the main midway.
Right. I think that's cool.
Yeah, that's really good. I respect
like
Cedar Fair for doing that.
Like big and graceful.
No, if they pulls forces, I'll take that too. Like that, you literally be walking under that part. Yeah, the ride itself, you know, it brings a lot of kinetics to the park, which I find great. Especially the Jungle X area, and if they keep going with, if they keep building on the themes and the re-themes or whatnot, it's gonna fit well. We don't know what the theme exactly is going to be with it. If they're going to put, you know, I guess paint some of the Flight of Fear building to help it out, or if they're gonna add
to
a
have
mountain.
at the beginning. I'm pretty sure, or maybe I'm tripping, or at some point, or like the end at the station.
Wait, it's gonna be what now?
I'm pretty sure there's like a dark ride part, like at like the
Mm.
end, or possibly. I don't know. Take that as the Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, different nuts, right?
Dippin' Dots take. I have no clue. I'm baked.
No, but this generally looks like kind of close to the Chinese wigs we were talking about. We wanted. I'm not gonna lie.
It's very big and graceful, and like it has like a few like interesting elements. Like that looks really cool at the end. A lot of like hang time.
Well, you
And it
don't
has-
like Thunderbird, and that has great. That's the best, one of the best parts of the ride.
I mean, but that looks like it's gonna be like better than Thunderbird.
I do somewhat agree. If they pull forces, you know,
Right.
Because
Yeah.
Thunderbird pulls forces, and I still, you know,
Yeah.
I like it a lot, but it's not high, right?
This looks like it could be like pretty big though. I don't know. See if it pulls forces. That's the main thing.
Now, I like how it's the 5 cars though.
Yeah.
They're ensuring it'll at least be a bit snappier for B&M. Oh, wait, let me pause it right here because I was really that's gonna be so odd to me, and can't wait to ride Reptilian next year now, so I can really visualize this,
Yeah.
in my head, because like, what if there's some rock work with this, man? Like, what if they add more
Right.
to also help out, like, not see the building as much for Flight of Fear, not necessarily see Reptilian, even though that's a service road.
But that brings a question, I guess. Do they start preparing more in 2024? I would assume that's a big yes.
Oh yeah, I would
If
assume
they
so.
have this large scale project, and I mean, I would assume that they're gonna add more theming in some way. Yeah, for sure. Because like back there, it's all like gravel, you know.
Yeah, they literally have conned a lot of people into thinking they were starting with. We talked about this at the cast. They basically had the base camp for Let's Get Wild for those actors and stuff there, like all the props and all that stuff, and now that's gonna definitely have to be moved. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna work if you have active, you know, essentially soil testing, all that shit, while you have Let's Get Wild jeeps coming in and out, like. Yeah, they're definitely gonna move them. So basically, if I see those move to another area, I'm saying that's a good sign. Stuff will be moving forward, probably in the 2025 season, which obviously you can tell it's grown on us. It's changed a bit. I still don't think it'll adore the ride, but I like what we were talking about before. It's a really good fit. It's a fine addition for that, the sense of what was there before, which was a crowd pleaser, the GP pleaser, but it was unreliable, had terrible capacity. This is fixing all of that. So, I mean, we'll see how the ride rides. But overall, all the people's recreations, because there's more than just ML doing it right now. The fact that it's kind of an inverted top hat, I think that's cool, man. Like, all these elements are something like, I mean, we've seen corkscrews before. We did, like, that first corkscrew was weird. You know, it's long, kind of not symmetrical. Like, we have some weird stuff from B&M. So I like that. I'm glad that they told them, you know, spice it up instead of giving us a Chinese clone that's not even 80 feet tall. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. Any final thoughts on this?
I'm glad like a brand new like unique layout, like for real.
Yeah, that was my worry. I was worried we were gonna get just, you know, like we don't even have a 0G roll on this ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, we start off at a launch speed hill, like kind of like Pipeline, into a almost inverted top hat. Like, okay, B&M. And this is on a wing coaster. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm generally I could say I'm pretty satisfied.
It has to pull forces.
Yeah, yes, it does. And if they could somehow, this is the dream part. If they could somehow also force new restraints into making better vest restraints. Like, if they go with, like, Vekoma's vest restraints, I would be fine. Because those don't hurt me. I don't mind vests as long as they aren't digging into my collarbone and making me feel claustrophobic, and it's ain't about that. But it's mostly the material they use on those. They're really hard compared to the Vekoma ones, where they're kind of squishy, but still, like, tough enough to take impact and, you know, bodies going in and out of the train every cycle. So, yeah, I generally think great for the park. Would I have loved something else? Obviously. I mean, an SNS side of the mountain, or a Vekoma tilt dropping into the mountain would have been fantastic. But that is money. And this, honestly, is a very good investment with their money, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think what's selling me the last thoughts for real is that it goes over the midway of Jungle X. It's so cool to me. Like, the main element and the, like, turnaround element going back into the second half of the ride. I just generally am happy they're doing that.
Yeah.
It adds a more wild element to a jungle expedition, like a jungle themed scenery. So yeah, I fuck with it. I really do.
That like really tells me though that like they're gonna expand and like just Jungle X in general and like all the like they're definitely gonna add like theming or I guess like some sort of like structures and trees or whatever to, you know, the plot for the coaster and like expand like I guess anything elsewhere too. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I feel like there's just gonna be like overall expansion, so like I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and I think the queue has a chance to be potentially super good because I mean Tumbili's is already Tumbili's one of the best themed coasters for some like for a lot of regional parks it definitely is, and that's fucking SNS free spin. So the fact that there is so much queue plotted out, I'm hoping a lot of it has shaded. Obviously, I mean you're gonna have a lot of the regular park goers here. Not knowing they won't just tank that heat. And honestly, I hope there's a good amount of like kind of Rebolton queue in the sense of you're going in and out of buildings. That would be like in and out of shacks or whatever in this sense because we're in a jungle. I don't know, but yeah, those are essentially our final thoughts. Unless you have any final thoughts, I think this is it's grown on me literally throughout the day. I've been literally thinking on it throughout the day and looking at it more and more, seeing people's recreations, and I'm like, you know, this isn't a run-of-the-mill B&M. I can't say that. I can't say that this is a bland and mild. Like, so
it just has to pull forces.
Okay, yeah, I'll say it if it is bland and mild when I get off. I will say that frame one in the break run. I do not care. But yeah, that's our official thoughts of this big news coming to our home park, Kings Dominion.
Yeah.
No, that's all the news. But trip reports, really for me, it's actually not that much. But because I only went to Florida. And after that, we got questions, which or would you rather's and or what ifs. So, but I came down to FLA for my birthday. I was early leaving and walking out on my birthday, but it was still a trip right there. Went to Universal and Disney. Yes, you heard that right. I stepped foot into Disney. It was a pretty good time. I mean, the whole weekend was great. But Disney, I had some thoughts about it. You know, I was curious in general to go back and experience and be like, oh, okay, how do you move around this park now? Because I know before you would run and go and get fast passes. That's how long ago you would go and get fast passes for whatever rides you want, do later, then take a chill for what that time, do whatever lines I had, shorter lines. You could wait a little bit, and then you maybe get some food and go back and do the main like 3 that you want to do right now. They go get some more main 3 or maybe even a re-ride. It worked, like I already paid a lot. You get in, and that's all you got to worry about now. So I'm thankful for the super thankful to be able to get in how I did, which is not illegal, by the way. Literally, I got a comp ticket. Appreciate you. You know who you are. But I couldn't imagine if I did pay and then had to pay. I didn't know a microtransaction fee to basically enjoy my day at the park. To then also try to pay for something else, which inevitably ends up running out. So it's a rush to pay.
Well, the thing is, I am glad we got on what we got on at Disney, because it did hit the stuff that was desired for the most part.
Oh yeah. I just think the whole system is literally one of the worst things at theme parks and needs to be reworked immediately.
Not like the biggest like hater of it. Like the last couple of weeks with the holiday crowds, I've been extremely frustrated. Like, the Disney parks have not been fun to go to the last couple of weeks with the crowds. Not at all.
Yeah, I just think they should go back to what made essentially the whole they made the fast pass system and then ended up just making the craziest one ever to use, especially when it comes to your wallet. Like, oh man, yeah, I'm just not the biggest fan of that. But what we experienced, well, I guess we'll say Universal, because the Universal side, we got there. Shout outs to RC for being there, being the homie driving around and helping us around Disney specifically. But at Universal, we had Gavin and Ian with us. So, and Ian, we were supposed to do this trip for his birthday, kind of a month ago, or not a month ago, excuse me, half a year ago. So, in doing that, we kind of tried to put it together. And I knew we would like to do a lot of the Hogwarts stuff, and I know this is where it gets weird too, because we're gonna get to the sickness, but literally, like, it was so great until Forbidden Journey, essentially, for him, and even then I was like, I had a great time. I remember waiting for everybody, and then saw him go to that trash can, like, oh damn it, because he was always like. Essentially, we found out that weekend by the end, he can ride coasters, but like screens mess him up. So that was really unfortunate, because a lot of new gen rides, and hell, studio side is only screens. Like, there's so much screen rides there. So many times you need to put on glasses, and yeah. Guys, those are definitely did have been. Unfortunately, we had to kind of test that out during the trip, because we literally went to Kings Dominion and he rode everything. Literally, we rode I-305 multiple times. He was fine. So like, yeah, it's definitely them screens, man. I know there's Thoosies kind of like that too. They can't deal with the screens. Those are the things that make them sick. But for me, what we did and what we enjoyed, I got on rides for the first time. I went back and did a few things, but let me let's go look at the camera reel. But honestly, we did Villain Con. Oh my god, I was not a fan.
Yeah.
But I guess I could see if you were more of a local. It has more of a pull into just doing a game or doing one walkthrough. Teener score. After that we got a Duff. Went over to Hogsmeade. No, Diagon's Alley. Sorry, because we're on studio side. And immediately as we walk in, past one of the fountains that the wands work at, my friend Ian gets just splashed with water. Like, it was a really strong burst and just get splashed with water. That is such a Hufflepuff thing to me. He's definitely a Hufflepuff. I'm not a watcher like that, by the way, but I definitely can feel schools out. I think they covered that pretty well in the first few movies when I did watch when I was a kid. So yeah, once we walked in there, had a good laugh at that. Walked towards Diagon's, Escape from Gringotts. That queue was awesome. Really, really dig that queue. I think the ride was great. You know, it's a cool roller coaster. I still think the best like themed. Well, I was gonna say best themed coaster, but that easily goes to like Hagrid's. But like, you know what I mean? Like, if it was like Mummy and Forbidden, no, excuse me, Gringotts, because they're very similar. I still think I prefer Mummy, but it was still a really good time. I really, really liked it.
Yeah.
I wish the Hogwarts Express were open, but it was down for refurbishment and literally opening the next day after we were leaving. So that is very sad, but those animatronics in there were fantastic, guys. Like y'all probably know, I love me some animatronics. So those have held up super well. Those have been around for close to 10 years now, if not, probably have. So what they have done with them is great. I have you looking tight at Hagrid's.
What do you mean?
It literally just showed. I'm gonna send this to you, bro. I'm sending those shit.
Wait, Hagrid's?
No, we were going to, and then.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I was looking at notes, and I didn't think we rode Hagrid's because we only did Minion Blast, Mummy, Gringotts, Forbidden Journey, and Velocity.
Yeah,
I want to say.
This picture maybe.
At the wrong thing.
I accidentally put in episode 40, but whatever. But
So what did you think of Flip, though?
Hold up. Let me see. After that, we did Velocity, and that's what really did him in. But you really were right. It was fucking hauling. Oh my god.
Yeah. Insane.
It was so good. And I wish I could have got more rides, but another time. Another time, man. Oh my god. We went to NBC Grill. The burger, we got the churro, right? Because I know I got the churro.
Yeah.
That was good as hell.
Yeah.
That was good as hell.
Yes.
Really liked it. Maybe you would have not gotten as much chorizo on mine. I don't know. I got a lot of chorizo in mine, but it was still really good. Then I had a really mid beer from the Barrel of Monks Brewing called the Wizard, and it's still just a Belgian white ale, but it was like a really shitty Allagash white. Like I don't know. It was like if you ever had a Hoegaarden, it was like that, but just very odd. Almost tasted like microbrew in a sense that like it almost had like their main brew, whatever they make, and they just kind of threw Belgian white with slightly different notes in it. Yeah, was not the biggest fan, but you know, we was there trying stuff out. You know, thought I'd give it a shot. You know, then we got to Mind Blower. Finally was able to get on this ride. It took us a little bit though, because of your past situation, but we finally got on. Finally made it, and got 4 rides on Mind Blower. And let me tell you, that thing's rough as hell. But I have a pretty high rough
It's
tolerance.
not bad.
Yeah, it's
The
not
average
bad.
rider.
Yeah, it's not bad until you get to 3. Like there's like 1 around the main turnaround after the 0G roll, and then the 2, like you even said on the last ride, we rode together. We were like, oh hell no, that was brutal.
Because there's different like rows and seats where it's not as bad, but there's definitely multiple sections of the track where like you feel it on the wheel and you're just like
Yeah, you feel your whole
You got-
spine rattle, like the whole wave going up and down like a Tom and Jerry, like Looney Tunes cartoon. Like it's just not a good feeling.
that picture in the Hagrid's is so funny. I'm
Oh,
like, get this line.
Bro, I need to send you the fucking one when you're in front of Mind Blower like Sam Adams.
Didn't we like walk it? We were at the lock, and then we actually started walking. We were like, nah, we're not doing this shit.
Yeah, there was a No, you end up getting one more because I had to get fucking footage, but yeah, mind blower. Regardless of the roughness, I mean, the layout is one of the best out there, and I'm really sad that it became the way that it is. If they could have kept that thing well, if they could have, if they could have kept it, made it, had the actual carpenters from Gravity Group or ones they preferred make this, we're probably looking at a different story right now. We'd be looking at a ride that for me I would put in the top 15. But now it's just outside of the top 25. Because it's just, I can't really lap it like that. The layout is very fun, but the roughness does hurt it quite a bit. Hell, it gives it 11 spot difference now because of that. I'm just saying it would be pretty high in my top 15. Is all. It has potential for sure, and I would ride it again. It's just definitely a few rides and done type of thing. Now, first time back to Hollywood Studios, day 2. First time back to Disney. We get in. We go immediately to Galaxy's Edge, because I assumed that Rise was gonna be a wait, so.
Rise of the Resistance, man.
What happened?
Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I've been hearing about this ride for years at this point. Literally saw one video from when it first opened. I've not seen anything since. But I knew that this was going to be an experience, right? Like, this is not just a dark ride. It's a full-on, ongoing mini episode of Star Wars, So at that point, I was just waiting for, like, when is the Lions, when is the experience, And it honestly happened quite quick. I think we got in at 60, but it wasn't that bad, to be honest. It was about like 45, maybe a little bit less. But from there, we
embarked.
Yeah, we definitely embarked. We talked to Ray and the BB-8. The BB-8 animatronic was great. Mostly how smooth and fast it was moving back and forth.
Yeah.
That for me, I was like, damn, that's a lot of power. I want to know what motors they'd be using for that. But the Ray, holograms, not necessarily impressed with those anymore, but I still think it was cool. We go in, we get on the ship, and that animatronic, those two, was that General Akbar or something? Is that his name? I don't know what his name is, but that animatronic is great. The guy piloting the ship before you get So obviously these are spoilers, by the way, for Rise of Resistance if you haven't, if you didn't know by now. But you might need to skip ahead if you do not want to be spoiled. But it honestly has been a few years as well, so. But this is just forewarning. But we finally got into the main room that a lot of people will ogle and some big fans will get teary-eyed at. Hell, I'm not even a big fan like that anymore, but I got goosebumps. Let me tell you, because the way that they nailed that scene, and not even just with the actor, but the actor was great. But the sense of scale of I'm really standing in front of 100 of these stormtroopers in fucking space right now. Like, that's really, you really feel that shit. Like they nailed that. Like, I generally got goosebumps. Like, that was incredible. From there, what ended up happening? I think we went into kind of more lines because we were kind of going in the waiting area because it was another pre-show technically for the actual ride. So yeah, that's where I was kind of joking. I'm like, so where's the ride?
Get it. Yeah.
And you're like, this is the ride. I'm like, all right. Actually, though, like, there was clearly like another waiting, like.
No, but it's like so freaking cool, like the way they do it. Oh my gosh, and like I don't like whenever Kylo like is like, you have what I want, and like like makes the room like, like that's like so fucking cool, dude.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to do the
That's like
shadows,
my
man.
favorite.
That's one thing I want to know is how do they do the fucking shadows? But like, cause they're not there. Like General Hux isn't there, Kylo Ren isn't there. That's a screen. But you see that that grate above you. Like
Yeah,
it's like as if they're moving with a shadow. Like it's just so good. Um,
that's right, dude. That's definitely on my list of like stuff I gotta go like re-ride before I'm like out of here.
yeah, yeah.
I got
Um,
the whole list
I
cooked
would
up.
definitely like to try Disneyland's version because I mean, I already heard the cast members in general are more personable, more creative,
Yeah,
more just in general, like they have that passion at Disneyland, uh, comparatively to Magic Kingdom and in general the Disney World resort. So
yeah,
I'm very curious to do that version of it. But on going on to the ride here, we got saved. Um, they had some pep in their step, but it definitely kind of lost. They were definitely still pretty protocol in the sense of like, all right, we're loading you in a ride vehicle, like.
yeah. That's the hard part because it's like it's hard to make that seamless, I guess, with like all the restrictions they have in terms of like ride ops and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But still do a good job for sure.
For me,
Like there's gonna like depend
yeah.
like whenever you ride again, like there's gonna be some like times where it's like a little more seamless than others, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think for me, I think an easy thing would have been like if they have them, and it might be a lot to ask because I know they're standing and walking and standing all day already. But you know, when they come in and buckle us up, and then they walk us back, because that's the main thing I noticed was like they just chilly walked back to the control panel or whatever to then, send the ride.
Right. Like
If they
they
like
were,
had like a jog or something, that would have been enough to be like, okay, like we're getting out of here. You saved us for hauling ass. But yeah, like
right.
that's just the small little things, right? In general, as we get into
Yeah.
the ride, I was so impressed with the amount of moving elements, the amount of storytelling, uh, how they would use one thing and would not just go to that thing again. They would just go with something completely different. Uh, Incredible ride. It's an incredible ride. Um, I miss. I remember watching the cannons used to move, and I remember hearing the cannons stop moving in that scene. So I was sad when it seems like they don't use them anymore because I think that was a big reason for the ride breaking down. But it was still great to be next to them and be a part of that. See Kylo and that animatronic so damn smooth.
Yeah, the animatronic scene with like at the end before you like drop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's so incredible.
speaking of which, I was not expecting that drop to act like the drop track. I thought people were bullshitting. I thought it was like gonna be very fun and like almost like a slide. But you actually kind of get air. Like
You get the stomach pop for sure. Yeah.
yeah,
That ride's so
I was the amount of moving elements in it is amazing. It tells such a good story. I'm enthralled the whole time. And then I think the way you go through it, the fact that you will kind of be different literally every time, and those are the type of attractions I love too. The ones that like literally, you can go and one cast member will be one certain way, and you go again another time, another completely different type of cast member and vibe, which a lot of times is a good thing because generally they're bringing a good vibes.
yeah.
So yeah, from there we did a Smuggler's Run, which I I quite liked. I did not expect us to actually be controlling the damn thing. So I stress tested it. I was like, all right, let me just run to this rock. And I actually ran into that rock, and the engineers actually had to go ahead and fix the Millennium Falcon. So I thought that honestly elevated the ride for me much more than I would have liked it. Because I'm like, oh, okay, this is just, Star Tours 2.0 at that point. But no, it's like Star Tours where you're controlling it now. So I don't know if there's any more type of runs. I think there isn't. I think there's only that one you get. It's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I think that's very cool. I think that's awesome that you actually control and can technically work to get better scores. See, that's the type of shooting dark ride I would do more, which is the most expensive and hardest one to get to. Is one like that where we're all like actively working towards that, and then if you're better at your role or something, whatever. Because for some reason, I always adapt mad late to the shooting games. I barely play them at the fucking the amusement parks, and they all play differently. Like each blaster is different. You have to adapt to whatever blaster shoots there. Some of them are really good, which is hell on the rare side. But most of them have like this weird delay, or the laser is like off camber or off canter, excuse me. So like it's almost like your sight is off. yeah, it's just I really enjoyed Smuggler's Run. I can get how it could probably be repetitive because literally there is only that one scene, and you could probably get just if you're trying to actually go for high score, you're gonna get like people that just don't know what they're doing like me and run into rocks, or engineers that just don't heal, or just people not playing the rules. But it's cool. I really did like it. He chilled after that because we were kind of blown about Cosmic, because alert, we did not get Cosmic Rewind or Tron.
Yeah.
Really specifically Cosmic Rewind, because obviously everyone talks about how it's actually no shitpost a great coaster, and I would have loved to try it myself, especially as an MCU fan. But with the way, at least currently, and that's all I'm going to say, that they operate the virtual queue and the lightning lane, we were not able to get it. So really the next time I would try it is maybe if they had standby, but I know after that I feel a bit burned, is what I'm saying. So I ain't really gonna think about it for a while. Just chill about that. We got a interesting goes from the cantina. Is it the cantina? I'm not too sure. Yeah, it was very interesting. It was had a watermelon notes inside of it mostly. Yeah, it was pretty good. I had to get used to it though, for sure, because I definitely just like my lagers and pilsners. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But from there we, I think, made our way on towards Star Tours and out the park. Or back in, because I know at one point Ian had a lightsaber made, which that thing is dope as hell, by the way. It actually makes noises and all that stuff. They had him put it all together in the lightsaber training. That was dope.
Yeah.
And from there, let me check my phone. He did not do too much in Hollywood Studios, unfortunately. We went over to Animal Kingdom, which this park is gorgeous, man. We're honestly, there was a lot of Disney Hollywood Studios where I was like, this park looks kind of meh. Honestly, I'm not that impressed. And well, besides Star Wars is incredible, but in fact, it's too immersive to where you don't even know where the bathrooms are. Yeah, Galaxy Edge is incredible, and I guess that's why as soon as you walk out of that, I'm like, ugh. Not necessarily but like it's definitely underwhelming compared to like Galaxy's Edge, in my opinion. That park is not the best looking Disney park at all. But then Animal Kingdom, you're like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. We also only did the 2 in a day to really just hit certain attractions with Park Hopper. We had a limited time. I would honestly, if I were to go back, I would definitely probably try to do 4 to 5 days. At least plan in Orlando to go and do Disney Park as well. But with that said, the one day we did here, we got Animal Kingdom on after all the Hollywood Studios, mostly just Galaxy's Edge stuff. And from there, we went to, I don't even know where we went to. Did we go straight to Avatar? Let me see.
So we did. Let me see.
Oh, we did the Navi River journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did Navi River
Everest.
Journey, and then
Are-
oh, I'm glad Everest held up for me, man. I like Everest a lot, bro.
Pretty decent.
Where do I say that? But where the fuck is it? Oh, I have it at 109, and I say I like it a lot. But no, I do. Like I genuinely do. Like scening, the theming is great as hell. I love the engineering of it. Like I literally know you sat there for so long on that whole track at the top. So I was like, let me just look at the switch track because we were in the back, and I'm like, that I never done that before. I'm like, that was dope as hell. You honestly, I still think the backward section is a bit more forceful than people think. I mean, people kind of say it is full bit of forces, but it's not making any grad or anything, or nothing close like that. But for what it is, and yeah, I obviously love looking at the animatronic. I really wish I could have seen it again in A mode. But it's cool, it's cool. That because it's actually insane that like you're still that close, and it's in B mode. Cause I just remember I was like when I was a kid, obviously, but I was terrified. Like I would love to go on, but I would be almost closing my eyes at that part because of the mass of that creature. Bro, the fact that's an animatronic is so sick, bro. So, maybe one day, please, maybe one day. From there, we went over to Dinosaur, which, bro, like, okay, I get what people's complaints are about Dinosaur now. I still liked it a fuck ton, but there literally are moments where you're just shaking around in darkness. Like, you're just like, all right, there's nothing happening in this scene. I can't see anything in this scene. It is dark, and my car is just moving left and right, up and down. It's twerking, and I have no clue what the hell is happening. Like... I can see those complaints completely, but I am a jackass and love rough dark rides that toss me around. So I still found it fun as hell. Now it's not as aggressive as like Transformers, and I would say it's definitely a tad more aggressive than a Spider-Man, but it's up there. And if you're going for aggressive, intense, dark rides. Now, have you been on Indiana Jones in Disneyland?
I have not.
Well, now we can't compare. Great. But I was actually gonna ask, like, is that the same type of like aggressiveness? Because I think it's a slightly bit tamer, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
After Dinosaur and the goofy picture I took of Aladar, we went over to, I think, Navi River Journey at that point. Yes, because it was starting to get dark. Excuse me, not Flight of Passage. Oh my god, that line was so ass.
Yeah, Flight of Passage's line was disgusting. They were moving the same. Not at all.
Oh my god. Like, yeah, what was the posted wait time? 85?
Yeah.
I guess we waited about 85 because we waited just over an hour and or over that much, and just under an hour and a half. So whatever, you win Disney, but you don't, because that was awful. I don't know. We were moving like, we'd be like, finally we're moving again, and move like 2 people's worth.
Yeah.
And then sit still for another 3 to 4 minutes. Like, oh my god, it was such bad, man. And like, normally you're like, okay, the queue is gonna help me through this. I could probably find something that I haven't seen, haven't noticed yet in the scene, and there literally isn't anything to necessarily look at until some of the last parts of the queue. And at that point, you might just walk right through it because you're just... the line moves so sporadically and so slow. Yeah. That was a really rough run. That was rough as hell. When we finally got on though, I am so happy we did not tell Ian ended up not getting on because that definitely would have fucked him up. Screen going fast with all these dips and dot, like, oh no. That would have tore him up. I would have felt so bad thinking like, but the experience, as we strap in, become one with, I don't know, I'm not an Avatar person, but strap into the flying dragon thing.
The Banshee.
Oh, a Banshee. I'm sorry, my bad. I think a Banshee. I think a Halo, bro. But nah, when you strap into the Banshee, you connect your hairs and become connected. There was a lot of haptic happening, a lot of haptic feedback, and I think the only place I would have worked on doing it better is the chest, because it can get kind of uncomfortable. Like, it's kind of not the most comfortable thing to just lean against, but alright, it was awesome. I really liked it. But I do think Rise is better. Because you said you have them neck and neck. Or at least I don't know if you still do, but some people.
I'd say right.
But for me, I'm like, there really isn't, like, I guess what got Rise for me is that there's a whole story. You know, it's a full experience, and you have actual cast members adding on to that too that can change up in that rideability. Flight of Passage, it's gonna be a cringe pre-show every time. That pre-show was fucking awful. Optic Haptic feedback, but then the story is really not a story. You're kind of just flying around on the Banshee. Which is really cool. You feel it breathing. I thought that was awesome because it literally was changing.
Yeah.
I thought it was just gonna be constant breath. I'm like, oh, I hear it's breathing, but whatever. But no, like, as it's exerting itself, it would be breathing heavier. As it's like resting, it'd be breathing lightly as hell, like in the cave. And yeah, I thought that was awesome because I love being immersed like that. Yeah, it was really good. Speaking of which, backtracking a bit, Navi River Journey, the animatronic is stunning as fuck. Oh, I'm so happy they make you go slow as hell so you can just ogle at her. And I don't know, they definitely using eye tracking technology because she would not stop looking at us, brother. Like, specifically our boat. Like, that was so cool. That was awesome. That was cool. We saw, I would say, a nerfed rock at night experience because it definitely seemed a bit dull from when we were there. I've seen pictures where it was like, it legitimately looks like I'm in a fantasy alien planet, and the pictures I took look kind of just like it could have been a weird rock formation in the distance. I don't like obviously you know it's the floating rocks, but at a weird quick glance, it does not look perfect. But yeah, after that, you know, we were starving as hell. We were thinking about going back to Hollywood Studios for stuff, but yeah, we were already just kind of like tired, starving, and big day of walking. So we were starting to go to our reservation for Ohana. Man.
Incredible.
Man. So all I gotta know is, for all of y'all hating it, you know, I mean, in a sense, like, y'all probably had it when it was better. I cannot imagine when apparently the reservations worked, the dinner service was like faster, the food was apparently better. Because really the only thing that I could agree with that people were complaining about was definitely the reservation thing that happened to us. Because we're like, you'd make reservations and you'd still be waiting like a good bit after you made your reservation. And I'm like, oh yeah, that was definitely what happened to us. So, but I've heard this is the most popular restaurant, or one of the most popular restaurants on the Disney resort. So
Yeah.
I think that is a testament to it. In fact, that they literally every year Disney brings more attendance. So the only year they didn't was during COVID, which is definitely understandable. Yeah, essentially they're growing constantly, and it's already like They really need to add more attractions, more restaurants, man. That's all I gotta say. As long as they can keep up the quality, because at least what we had at Ohana, for me, delectable. Like, it was the best part of the day. Easily. Yeah, it was the best part of the day. Now, I'm not even saying that just because of, like, what had happened at Disney. Literally, it was just such good vibes. Like, we were there chilling.
The ukulele, got the fireworks.
Yeah, we had the Jollywood Nights fireworks behind us, the Magic Kingdom Castle, the Space Mountain in the back. You had an entertainer playing a ukulele and singing all these Hawaiian ukulele. All these songs that would probably be played in Hawaii. Yeah, it was awesome. It was generally like I was well fed. I had drinks. Like, I couldn't be happy, you know. We were chilling, we were talking, like, I want more of those pot stickers, bro. The pot stickers and them chicken, like, that chimichurri chicken, please. Because, for y'all that don't know, it's a grand feast. Like, it's not you just order anything. Like, you could get whatever you want that's on the feast. And they kind of give it out to you in different courses. So, how many course meals is this? Like, 5, 6? Like...
Get your appetizer skillet, you get your bread and salad, you get all your mains, you get your dessert. So I guess 4, I'd say.
Okay, but they give like 4 mains to everyone.
Well, yeah, as long as you keep asking for it.
No, like, dude, the sirloin steak is a main.
Like they bring out, if there's 4 people sitting at the table, they'll bring out 4 of each main.
Yeah, and then they brought out chicken.
Yeah, that was also on the mains. It just took them a while to bring the chicken.
But what I'm saying is, like, bruh. I mean, that was the one thing I didn't try, because I was just, like, I know I'm going to be feeling too fat as fuck. I did not try the steak, because I just couldn't at that point. I was like, damn, I forgot.
Steak was amazing.
No, I've heard that one was fucking good, but, like, oh my god. Chicken, and then for me, I heard people are hit or miss with the noodles. I personally could probably have them every single day for like, oh my god, I fucking love noodles.
Yeah, they're insane.
How were the shrimp this time for you?
What's up?
The shrimp.
Oh, great again.
Yeah. I mean, did they clean them better this time, or?
What's up?
Did they clean them better this time? Because there was definitely some stuff still on the tracks. That's all I'll say.
I don't know. I just saw, like, I'll notice it most of the time when I eat shrimp, and I'm just kind of used to it, so a little unavoidable.
No, it's not. You can get some clean ass shrimp.
I've never had clean ass shrimp before. That's my. Have we not casted since I went to Cali?
No. Bro.
Really?
So you haven't even talked about Accelerator on the cast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll finish up. Yeah, I'll finish up so you can go ahead and go with that, because in general, I mean, yeah, that's all we have to really go on about. The trip reports and the questions, so.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it's your trip reports anyway. So, I mean, after Ohana, I was probably the most we ate, at least the most I ate in years.
Yeah. No, like we didn't all day and just like crushed the buffet or the table style dinner. It's amazing.
Yeah. Fuck. I need that again. That was so fucking good. And the thing is, you can do this too with Ohana because it's just a Disney resort. You can always go to the Disney resorts.
Yeah.
Like, it's... So, like, if you don't even want to go into Disney parks, you don't have to. You don't have to, bro. You can just go and get some good food at the resorts. Granted, it's not going to be cheap. Like, this is some... But generally, it's Disney food. Like, they actually try to, you know, kind of wow you. But all I'm saying is no Michelin stars yet. I'm just kidding. I wonder if they're actually going to actively have been trying to do that with some or that stuff, or I don't know. Because I mean, I know there's some good park food out there, like Ohana. I mean, hell, Mythos you've said is very good too. Um, yeah, I'm excited to go out there and try the good stuff, especially at these resorts, because these resorts, they actually have the facilities, the chefs that have gone to school for years, and are actually able to mess with these menus too, and build what they want, what they're comfortable with, what they can bring the most flavor out of. Yeah, these regional parks doing this, it's nice, that they have like more spread out menus, that they have more original options now, but at the same time, it's kind of just slightly different to what it is at a different park. Oh, these chicken tenders have slightly different bread, or use this slightly different meat, or slightly different type of fillets. Oh, these burgers are quarter pounds, these are half pounds, or these are smash at this park. It's like it's all different shit. All right, but after that, what do we went home and died probably because I was so filling and the itis hit and long 2 days, and we went home. Got a little bit of a delay because the storm almost got us, but we left it, and then it caught back up to us the next day on Sunday. So that was kind of funny because we literally felt Florida. Like, it was like that heat or that kind of like warmness with the storm. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, that was our trip. Recent trip. For my little birthday. But RC, what happened with you with Cali? Because people missed that.
Kind of same old, but new credits. The kiddie coaster at Disneyland, Accelerator at Knott's, and Viper at Magic Mountain. No X2. X2 was closed. Knott's horribly slammed, so I only rode Accelerator once.
What day did you go?
Which is very... What?
What day did you go on?
It was like a Friday. Didn't have a choice because of the wind at Magic Mountain, so... But... I mean, the only new thing that I did at Disneyland was Radiator Springs. I didn't do that last time, and that was amazing. Like, that craps all over track.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
1,000.
No, I'm talking when I liked Test Track before, like, when the theme before, when they had the Chevy, I think they still kind of have the Chevy theme, but literally when you were test dummy, that shit, like,
like, test...
and that was cool and all, like, because you actually went through, like, a factory and stuff, and it was educational. But, like, the Test Track now is okay. Like, the competition kind of doesn't mean anything, and you get the development part is cool the first time, but then after, like, 2 or 3 times, it's like, can I just get on the ride? I don't care about my builds. Like, it's kind of streamlined and surface level and what, like, actually is good at anyway. But whenever I look at Radiator Springs, I'm like, I wish they would just inevitably just do that to fucking Test Track somehow, or like, please, because it's just like make it like a how to be a race car or NASCAR like one, so that when you're on the last section going like 50 or 60 miles per hour or whatever, it's like you're on like a NASCAR track. I don't think it needs to be whatever not Test Track is, because Test Track is just not good in my opinion.
Test Track is mid.
Yeah, it's just, ugh. No. But, yeah, Radiator Springs Racers is awesome.
Accelerator, way better than, I mean, T-bars, hydraulic launch. I definitely think it's better than Storm Runner.
Bro.
And it was just very
you
nice
said Accelerator.
Yeah.
I thought you were still talking about Radiator Springs Racers. I'm like, bro, you're talking about T-bars on a fucking track, right?
No. Nah.
Yeah, okay.
But it is nice to get back on something with T-bars, because that's just awesome. So. And Ghost Rider waited 3 hours, and it was like running slow, and the ops were egregious. So.
Bro.
That's your experience.
There's no way.
And that,
Wait,
like,
why was it running 3 hours?
3 hours, full queue, 2 trains. That's how bad it is.
But like, I don't get it. Like the trains aren't small. Is it because the line is long? Like, is that really what it is?
Long layout. The ops have no urgency. So
I mean, there's gonna be a point even if they were fast enough. They're gonna be sitting in a train, and then there's gonna be nothing in the station for at least like 20 to 15 seconds.
the issue with just like a lot of people like getting up fast past too, and that moves the standby line slower. So just typical stuff. Uh, and then I had like an hour and a half at Magic Mountain before close, and walked on Viper, which was new credit, and it was dog shit, horrible.
Wait,
Walked
that's the
on
big
top
arrow,
too.
right?
Yeah, it's the big arrow.
Yeah.
That's one of the worst rides I've ever ridden. It's horrible.
You said it's one of the worst rides you've ever ridden.
Yeah, it's 100%. I was just bracing myself the whole time, like, yay, let me get +1 over with.
Jesus Christ. I might just skip it, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I hate arrows. Like, literally, unless you put me in helmet and shoulder pads, I'm not getting on an arrow. Like, oh. I mean, if everyone's there, I'll get on it. If I'm by myself, I'm not getting on it. That's essentially what it's like coming down to.
And I walked on a Tatsu ride back, but like that, it just wasn't hitting. I don't know.
So it still didn't.
And then I had to. Nah, it wasn't hitting for me, personally. and I, and I'm like, I needed like Riddlers and Goliath, but I went to Twisted Colossus instead, because X2 was closed and there was Wonder Woman. And I get in line, right? It's down one lane of a switchback, and then down another lane, and then you go to like the station to like fill the rows, right?
Mm-hmm.
That shit took like on 2 trains. So Twisted Class is only running 2 trains, so no duels, nothing. That took like an hour and 15 minutes.
Wait,
Like,
you're telling
it was
me
fucking like to go with an RMC 2 trains, it took like an hour and 15 minutes because they're that slow to go down one lane of switchback, a second lane of switchback, and then get into the station and pick a row. Like I could have like gotten like multiple rides if I didn't ride Twisted Colossus, like at least like 2 or 3 more. No, I was just like, are you serious? Like, because they posted the wait at like I think 45 minutes or something, and I got in line. I was like, no way, this is 45 minutes. Like it's like not long at all, right? Nah, little did I know that was my last ride of the night. But like the Colossus was running amazing still. I thought so. So
bro,
and that was it for.
So, I'm sorry. You just said you waited an hour and 15, and it did not duel once.
Well, it was 2 trains. It was impossible for them to duel.
Oh.
But
Wait.
basically, like, so they dispatch, right? And it goes up, and it completes the first one. It gets back and goes to the second one. But like they're so slow, like in their ops, that like that second one is so say it gets to that second lift, it cycles that course and comes back to the actual station. Like they like that like that's around the time that they're actually like they would like I don't think they stacked, but it got fucking close. That's how bad it was. Like you have 2 trains, 2 tracks. You should be running 3 trains, and you're stacking. I was like it was it was literally close to stacking. I was like,
To me, I just get confused because I'm like, you literally have a whole lift. You have the whole ride and a lift after to like.
it was really bad.
I never understand it. Like,
But in Cali, like the only other things I did recently that were I guess out of the ordinary, I got like 9 rides on Kumba when I went to Bush because Gwazi was a shit show.
wait, 9?
Yeah, and like a lot of night rides, and Kumba is insane.
Hold up, you were shitting on Kumba this whole year,
I was.
and
I
now you
was.
finally
Now,
see the light of
now
what I was talking about.
That's better than Hulk by far.
Okay, stop, please.
No, 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 no. That's better than Hulk. A
No,
lot, like a
it's a
lot better.
top. It's really really fucking good. It's not better than Hulk though. I'm sorry.
Clear Hulk.
No. Hulk Kumba's not making me black out for 4 seconds. I'm sorry. Like it's just
I was like graying the
Kumba.
fuck out.
No, and Kumba makes me gray out. But I literally was like losing my lips were flapping.
Yeah, I mean,
My lips
Hulk
were
is
flapping in Hulk. Like
Hulk is good, but Hulk, it's like I don't know.
I get the
Hulk.
mid-course.
Hulk is a first half ride. There's nothing happens after the brake run in Hulk. And, like,
It's a
Pumbaa
75% ride.
feels a lot more. Pumbaa feels a lot more complete. I don't know.
It does. I will say that. The second half rips and it's unique because you finish the interlock and corkscrews, then you think you're going back to the station, but you still do like 2 more turns around. You're in like the rock work of this. It's really cool. Yeah. I don't know why you were shitting on that ride for so long. That ride is amazing. Same with Montu. That ride is incredible. And but Kumba is better. People put Montu too. Kumba's better.
And the only other out of the ordinary thing was I was actually lucky enough to get a backstage tour at Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
The
How
other
did
day.
that ensue?
I just talked to the right person. Just so happened to just talk to the right person that worked at Velocicoaster, and yeah, that was I mean, so we were able to like have our phone on record and take shots of the ride and just places that I never expected that I could get to like, experience. So we were like standing like next second launch and like under the top hat, and I was like putting my hand on the port and like feeling like the train come by, and after the Mosasaurus roll, how it comes like through the little like left right like airtime into the final brake run.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like holding that support directly like really close to where, and I was like, damn, this is really sick. Like as the train was coming, and then we also got walked on the ride too. It was like a 2-hour wait, so that was awesome.
I love Velocicoaster.
Crazy experience. And that was the day after my birthday, so that was a few days ago.
Well,
And that's really all I got. Everything else just been booling, riding the Orlando rides,
yeah. Riding Orlando rides, hanging, catching up with the homies,
For sure.
and holiday cheer.
Holiday crowd. Holiday crowds is the
Yeah.
motto for the
You guys waited
few weeks, honestly.
a lot.
Ever since early.
Like, yeah, I tried to go a week earlier to be honest, but we just had to go on the week we did, and I'm still kind of kicking myself for that, but it is what it is to be honest. I like going the first week of December, or the week after New Year's, like.
Yeah.
But y'all, that is trip reports and the news. Finishing up this doozy 3-hour cast. Which
Yeah, I gotta go.
yeah, I'll just say
Like,
later.
nah.
Like we got questions.
For work
Which most of them
soon.
were on Twitter actually this time. Surprisingly. But we'll see if there's any people that threw in some last minute on Instagram. Nope, there was not. But from Black Coast Society, shout outs to y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. Go ahead and follow them on all the socials and keep up with the events that we potentially doing, like the Texas Two-Step happening April 5th through the 7th. There also will be at Holiday World during Hollywood Nights. Most of the people aren't going to be in the event. They're really just going for the first time. So it's going to be dope stuff like that. Cedar Point also happening in June. Trying to get the top thrill too, do it with some cool people as well, man. So just stuff like that. You do. They're all because in the name does not mean you have to be. You do not need to be black. We accept everybody. It's just to showcase, hey, we exist, man. But for real, that they asked is, what is your most anticipated 2024 family coaster opening? Because hardly anyone builds Thrill now.
Honestly, Penguin.
What? Why? You're betraying me.
I'm just interested.
Bro, it's a B&M family coaster. They already make family coasters that are 200 feet tall. What are they gonna do with 10 feet tall? Like I just
Looks interesting.
Bro.
Or the invert, the family invert.
I'll take. I guess for me, it's a toss up between the Busch Gardens Owensburg family invert or Phoenix Rising. I guess Phoenix Rising because it has an actual layout, like official one. The Busch Gardens Owensburg one is a leak, and that drop looks interesting on Phoenix Rising. It looks like it's a double down weird bang drop or whatever, and yeah, it'll be cool. I don't know. I think that'll probably be one of the best parts of the ride, sadly. But I digress. We gotta move through these, but thank y'all, Black Coast Society. That was the only one on Instagram. Most of them were on Twitter. We only got 4 there. I did put it up late, so it was my bad. But it is what it is. So first off, we got a few shout outs because they're from homies. To Meg, not a Thoosie. Shout outs to her and the brother for You're Gonna Die, Bitch. That podcast talks about horror movies, and they review them and go over them. Literally good stuff. Have great times. Literally, if you guys like this cast, you probably fuck with that cast. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Good conversations, good times there, and questions. Favorite coaster or favorite scary movies? I think we were asked it before. I'm gonna say Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know, Halloween or Friday 13th. I know Friday 13th, excuse me, over Halloween, and then Nightmare on Elm Street, probably. I grew up around that area. What'd you say?
OG. Mm-hmm. Scream. OG.
Alright, so now next one is best Christmas present you've ever gotten.
I know mine.
I think I know mine, but you go.
I'd say the best one was I got a when I was like little, only ever Walt Disney World as a Christmas for sure.
Wait, you got
like I've obviously been back as an enthusiast adult, but it was the only ever time I went to Disney World with Christmas when I was like you.
That is
like a whole trip.
That is a really good one. Also, I'm trying to think, that might be because I had one like that too, to be honest. But I'm trying to think of one of the OG gifts that I feel like even my dad at the time was like almost upset looking back throughout my childhood, but he's okay with it now, obviously. But like when I got my GameCube, because I at first was just like, oh, it's just a device. Like, I didn't even know. Like, I was like, all right, this is a device, apparently you can play games on. Like, I played point and click games, like, and stuff like, and I played a lot of humongous entertainment games, like the backyard sports games on computer and shit. And then I used to go over to my cousin's house and play so much on their Xbox or their PS2 or whatever. PS1 at the time, actually. But then my dad used to know this guy at Time Warner Cable all the time. He used to be like, used to give me bootleg copies of games. I used to have Halo 2 on PC and shit. Like, then he got a hookup for a GameCube. So, that kind of changed everything. Not gonna lie, that literally made me the gamer I am. I had so much, the one that made me want immersive experiences, and yeah, that's probably the best one. Okay. Superior dog breed.
Husky, most definitely. Always been my favorite.
They're vocal as fuck.
Always been my favorite.
Oh, I can't decide. Honestly, I'm not a dog person, so the quieter, the better. What's the one that's Ed?
A corgi.
Okay.
He's very vocal.
He is?
Yeah, he can be vocal.
Well, I'll say a corgi. But generally whatever dog is not that vocal or knows how to have a chill mode, to be honest. Because that is an off button. You know how to turn to a cat for a second. That's great. And ideal PB&J. I could not tell you because I'm allergic. But RC?
It's weirdly enough, that is the one like sandwich or like food I've never liked since I was like a kid. Like
Really?
never ate. So for real, yeah.
I used to have jelly sandwiches.
Well, okay, I guess. So I've tried like Uncrustables before, and like someone like had me try like a frozen Uncrustable, like they put it in the freezer, and that was like okay. But I don't know. I've just really never liked PB&J.
Yeah, I couldn't ever tell y'all because I literally was allergic.
Yeah.
I still am, so it's like, So, unfortunately, not applicable for me for that, and not applicable for RC because we just, I physically can't, and he just doesn't like. So thank you, Meg. Appreciate you so much. Execution Man, Alex, real quick. Would you rather ride a wooden aero looper or a Giga designed by RCCA? I'd ride the Giga. I'd ride the Giga,
yeah,
bro. I'd ride the Giga.
I guess it's good because I wanted to run on the Beast, so I guess I'll go with the Giga.
No, like the wooden arrow, like is literally becoming a guillotine with those restraints. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah. Not.
hell no. Oh my god. My neck shambles. No chiropractor's fixing that. So last one.
I think you might actually be able to walk away from the RCK Giga. Possible.
Yeah, I there's more chance of me being fine on that, but still a chance like I'm probably getting fucked from that too, you know what I'm saying? Like oh Jesus. Yeah. Last one though, as we wrap up here. Aaron, obviously y'all know, go ahead and follow the Ride Factor on YouTube and the Travel Beer Diary on Instagram. If you could build your dream park, where would you build it? What rides copied? Or what rides would you have copied? And what types would you put? And what food would you have? So I could do this. It's like yeah, Zilly's also ours also had slightly different. This is if I had full control. Let's see here. I would do shit. Where would I build it though?
I think with location, it's obviously you want the park to succeed, but like selfishly, I'm like, I want it in like a remote location, so all for me. You know what I mean? Maybe like crowds.
No, I want to do it like nearest where people can smoke. Which a lot more states can.
Let's like put it in Denver. Let's replace Elitch Gardens.
We're just replacing Elitch. Okay. So we replace Elitch and shit. What ride would you put?
I've got to go with a 4D, like Ejanica for sure, an RMC, Intimate Multi-Launch, Gravity Group Woody. That like there's your big four. And then you need some more inversions. Give me something like Kumba.
Wow, I'm actually
Let's go with something.
Say that is just weird right now, bro.
No. Yeah. So then let's go with something like Fly. And then like just your general like supporting cast, like all the flats. You know, the good
now
flats.
We're going to supporting cast.
we need our drop tower. We need our big drop tower. Our let's see, what other like we get get the biggest scream and swing. And food wise, we gotta get something like Ohana. We need like a big table service style, like family style. We need FaceTime, we need quick service. And then last but not least, I think we should have a dispensary in the park.
That's literally what I was gonna say. I'm like, all right, if that's the dream park, I'm putting a dispensary in the park. I'm putting craft beer. I'm putting.
And there is no smoking section. You can just smoke every.
Yeah, there's still. I'm gonna have smoking sections, but that's the most. And I'll have a lot of them, because I know there are people that don't want to be around all the time. So it's like, you get your buzz before.
Yeah.
Get your buzz before and pop bottles or whatever. I'll have smoking sections in the line. Like, I'll literally how it's where they walk off in this nice gated area where they can smoke. I mean, they're part of the line's giving up, but like, they can smoke.
I think it'd also be nice to add a touch of like world showcase kind of where you like foods from like all around the world. That pretty sick too.
Then yeah, I would add, it was called the same rides, except I'd probably add an invert. And a dream spinner, and it's basically everything the same. Like, just give me like an RMC and intimate.
Get the 40 free spins still.
I'll take an intimate multi-launch and an intimate Giga and an intimate hyper and an intimate. I'll take all intimate. Appreciate you. All right, so yeah, that's all the questions. All right, y'all. A little bit of a rush to get out of here because we got festivities to go to. Well, I do at least, and then you got work.
Yeah.
So y'all, thank y'all for the question. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for this awesome year. Truly, we'll have a special episode covering that. But for now, go ahead and follow our socials at the High Roller, or on Instagram at the High Rollers DMV. Alex, when he's on, at 0G Coasters RC.
Old liners.
And me at West Howard Coasters, and on the Twitter /X side at C-Roll, or God, I can't speak right now, at the High Rollers C. And for me, at West Howard C. Y'all, take care. Stay homey out there. Keep it easy. Never know who you meet in the lobby. Appreciate all of y'all, brothers and sisters. Take care.